Blaney has to move out of the way.
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to your Sunday night broadcast here on SRW TV. Tonight it is your simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm Series. We are here at round 6 at Circuit of the Americas, thanks to Dragon RC. Tonight, as always on these beautiful Sunday nights, it is Nathan ShiBBy Howard. That is me. Right next to me, well, not literally, but he is here in the comms box with me, Mr. Steven Spinovich Sinkovic.
How are you, buddy? And everyone, welcome to our Sunday night spectacular top 10 shootout at Road America. Circuit of America, I should say. I keep it calling Road America.
Two different tracks, mate. Two different tracks.
Yeah, Circuit America. But as you can see, 5.4 Ks of spectacular windy and spectacular track, man. It's raced it on Tuesday night. It was a lot of fun. You've got to get a rhythm on this track. You've got to get the momentum going through the S's all the way through and just get a good rhythm going left and right. Once you fall off that rhythm and get out of sync with the track, it takes you a while to get back in, mate. So that's for sure.
Yeah, this track definitely throws you left, right, and around we go. Lots of different technical corners, and I really one day will get up to the pace of Mr. Thomas, where he knows all the corner names. But yeah, very, very technical track, especially for such a monstrous of a V8 supercar to throw its way around all these tight, twisty corners, plus throw in some long straights, some long weaving areas. And mate, the amateurs made it look easy, so definitely excited tonight.
It is exciting. I believe me, it's not easy, and the main thing about it is that's even not easier. The American corners change names every time someone buys a corner. one week it's Dunlop, 1 week it's Century, 1 week it's something else, so they do switch them around a fair bit. But one thing that doesn't change about them is some of the difficulties. Corner 1 that everyone's got to fly into is a really, it's not a tough corner, but easy corner to spin at because of the way the camber goes as you turn around to the left. But it's always a tricky corner of the start because everyone sort of constitutes into that one little apex.
As we see someone hit the pit wall, as we talk about turn 1, this is turn 1 here on Circuit of the Americas. See a couple of cars coming through. Look at the change of elevation there. Huge uphill run with a bit of a dip in it as they come hard into the left-hand turn. Around they go. Very tricky little corner. It may look easy on picture, but it's definitely not. And again, oh, turn 2. We've got another car getting a little bit sideways. Elevation changes completely as we fly down to a right-hand curve, still going downhill. We'll then head off to the amazing S's, where those are, what I like to call them, are the pyramids of danger. Those little orange things you see on track. The V8s do not handle those very well. And one little bit of a clip of those and you may see many cars up on 2 wheels, or if not, could do a really good job and end up on their roofs, as we see Sam Noble of the 953 Sim Sports make that look super easy here during practice. The S's then lead out to turn 8, through to turn 9, through to turn 10, and again a massive elevation change. This track throws absolutely everything at our drivers tonight. So we move down to the hairpin. And that will take us through to turn 12. Sam Noble just disappeared, so missed turn 12. Anyway, turn 12, turn 13, many other turns to come. It's going to be way more exciting when the cars are racing it, and I'm not here trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. The coming out of the S's, the tight left-hander coming off that little crest can be a little bit tricky. Put the foot down a bit early because that's the point where you want to get as much speed down the track. So you see him coming through the S's now, coming across here. They're trying to hug right so you can open up the corner for this left-hander here to keep the pace going through here. and then keeping momentum. This is really tight here, and it's tricky, real quick left, and you got that orange cone thing there. They just touch it. You got to get the traction down as quick as possible and make it right across without losing any off tracks. And this is the key here, the braking point. A few different angles. Some drivers will go out right and then come in. This is a tight one. Some guys will go a bit wider out and get the car straighter and come in as well. So easy corner to stuff up, but an important corner because you really want to make it down the back here because it's a good passing point. If you can get up the side or behind the driver here, this corner, it's more than a 90 degree. It's more like 120 degrees. So it cuts back a little bit, and you either go wide or you cut the actual apex off on the left. And then here, it's very slow, but real easy to go off, as you can see, and real easy to slide and slip around those last few corners. So there's a lot of intricate little bits that this track's going to give us tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
It is definitely going to be great fun to watch as the guys now head out to our Racecraft qualifying session. Of course, thanks to Racecraft Simulations tonight. We've had Harry Dodds drop into the chat. He said he's in North Queensland for the week, lads, and he'll be back for Watkins Glen next week. Thanks for dropping in, Harry. It'd be great to see you back here for Watkins next week, Matt. Travis Daly has also dropped in and said good luck to the Performance Sim Racing boys. Travis, you're not out on track tonight, mate. I swear we saw you out there on Tuesday. You got to get out here on those Sunday races, mate. But glad to have you in the broadcast. As you can see on screen, as our drivers do head out for their outlap to get some heat in those tyres before we start this qualifying session. This is our simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm Series standings as of round 5 last week. If you have not seen that broadcast, it is on our YouTube channel. Go back and check it out because it was a cracker of a race. Chris Miller from Quantum Pecky's Performance Racing is still leading the charge on 636 points. Sam Noble from 9.5 Sim Sports not far behind him with a 29-point gap.
I'm gonna cut you off there, ShiBBy. We need to change that. Chris Miller is no longer there. Chris Miller is now a fish.
Oh, he is a fishy. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, my
so
bad. I knew that. Yeah, it's Funky Miller, isn't it?
That. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to update that.
Actually, Harry's just mentioned at the same time, so admin hasn't updated the ladder itself to the teams. But yes, Chris Miller has gone from Peckies to the fish.
I bloody knew that too. Funky Miller is a fishy now. I just like saying Quantum Pecky's Performance Racing. But anyway, Sam Noble is in second place from the 9.5 Sim Sports, the only 9.5 driver out there on the V8 Supercars. Jamie Dyke has managed to jump the junior fish, Ty Delaney, for third place, but Ty is still hot on their tails. Great to see Ty Delaney up there battling it out with the top of the Pro-Am Series. And then we have a big run of Performance Sim racing drivers, starting with Ed Hayden, Travis Daly, and your not-so-average sim racer, Mr. Andrew Cowan, all in 5th, 6th, and 7th. Joe Mahoney for Race on Oz will slot himself into 8th. Blake Delaney from Fishy Motorsports and Michael Whiting will hold up the rear of our top 10. And there is a huge spread across the drivers following through. I'm sure it's been up there with enough time for you guys all to read it, because I believe our drivers are starting to set laps and we need to jump into this Racecraft qualifying session. I do hope. You go, Steve. Go.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say the quality session has started, but at my end, I'm not seeing any laps being completed as yet. So everyone's just on their first lap by the look of it. You can see Clutters has just got himself a green and an orange. But what were you going to say, mate?
I was just going to say I hope all our viewers tonight have had an absolute wonderful weekend. It is over, sadly. But we're going to bring you some amazing racing tonight. I know I've had a good weekend. I definitely don't look forward to going back to work tomorrow. So thanks to everyone for joining us this evening. highly appreciate all your support for SRW TV and the SRW League. If you do want to get involved and see what we have to offer, www.simracingworld.com.au, or head to the Discord link in the description. If you'd like to check out anything our sponsors can help you with, all their links are also in the description below.
And then while you're there, shout out to all your friends and family, and like and subscribe. We need to move up into the 1,000 to give away this racecraft rig and seat. But also, it's good to be back here on a Sunday night, mate. It's become Sunday night tradition, sit back with our viewers and yourself, and relax and get excited about an awesome V8 spectacular.
Yeah, I definitely sit back and relax. I've got my feet up, my chair leaned back. I'm ready for some racing. Kick this Sunday night off with a bang.
So we've got a few good times already set. So Dave Coleman's popped out with a 208.73, followed by Troy Dooley with a 208.953. Sam Noble with a 0.3. Oh, Vlasbob with a 0.22 just popped up as I did that. Noble with a 0.33, Miller 347, Clutterbuck 641, Boyce 638 in the 11s. So Boyce and Hayden are yet to crack under the 11-second mark, but they're probably just still getting out there.
Do have 25 minutes of the racecraft simulations qualifying session. Plenty of time for these guys to get out there, get a feel of the track, and then start laying that rubber down and pushing some faster laps. We do have a top 10 shootout after this qualifying session, so that will determine P1 through P10. I do think we'll probably be watching that battle for 8th, 9th and 10th to move through to the top 10 shootout.
And it's going to be tough on this track. You're going to have to stay clean and stay tight. Mr. Price, glad to hear you're a fan, mate. You love our dulcet tones. And appreciate your compliments, mate. We do our best. We're not the biggest V8 goons out there, but we appreciate quality driving, and that's what this is about, mate. These guys that come out here really put on a good show, and that's 100% guaranteed. Good show by these guys, not by me and Nath, me and ShiBBy, but by these drivers. So next season, anyone who has past or present raced in the SRW series in any way, shape or form is available to race in any series they want for season 3. So remind your friends and family, anyone who's raced in there, come out and have some fun and get in our series and have a blast. The weekend is going to be spectacular, but next season is going to be even bigger and better. I've got a few things that are on the boil. We've finally got to act together with our trophies, which has been tough. And the latest trophies for this season, once the boys see it, are going to trip out, because it's going to be the same trophies for season 3 and season 2 and season 3, and they're actual real live LS pistons mounted on a really nice timber frame with engraving on it. So I think it's going to be pretty awesome to see on someone's mantle when they get it.
I need to join just so I can get a trophy, although I don't see me getting a trophy. Not after last night's shenanigans. That was a great bit of fun. If you guys do want to get involved, we do occasionally throw up some really fun hosted sessions, just like last night. It was a bunch of fun. We had about 16 drivers out of the league come and chill in Discord with us, talk a bit of a yarn and have a bit of a race. So do head on down to that Discord link, invite yourself on in, say g'day and come have a race with us.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? But how quick is that damn what is it, IRO1?
The IMO1.
My God, that thing is like the Batmobile on steroids. It was
And then you have Matty Jones behind the wheel.
So last night we had we did 63 laps of Imola, basically to just run the F1 circuit because F1 wasn't doing it. We thought we'd do it. So we had the is it DI01, whatever it is, the V10 Monster Beast versus the 3.5 litre Renault open wheel and the Formula 3, and we had 16 guys out on the track having an absolute blast. All 255 fast repairs, which was good for me. And we had a lot of fun and a lot of banter. And we'll probably do it again next Saturday night as well, you know, do something a bit different and have a bit of fun. The boys are talking about doing some old Lotuses or something like that. So it's there's a few ideas going out there. People are enjoying the open wheelers. But yeah, look, if you don't need to be an SRW driver if you're a viewer, and just pop in our Discord and register in there. And it will be a hosted session. It'll be just password SRW. So just come in for a spin and have a bit of a laugh, a bit of fun. The Discord is definitely like comedy hour at the comedy club. But back to seriousness, Nath, ShiBBy. I still haven't decided how I feel about calling him Nath or ShiBBy at the moment, so I'll just keep saying both. Dyke has already got himself up to a 208.438, pushing Coleman down and 3/10 above him.
Yeah, Mr. Dyke out there on fire. I do recall from previous seasons that this man does like this track, so I'm sure he'll jump into the chat if I'm wrong, but I'm sure I do recall him saying this is one of his favourite tracks, and he is out there setting a blistering quick speed of 208.430 with a top speed of 268 kilometres an hour. His teammates, Mr. Coleman and Mr. Delaney, are hot on his tails though. But Troy Dooley with a 208.95. Really up there.
He is really, he's getting the opportunity to race against the pros here, and his pace is getting better weekly, I think. He's really stepping up. He's getting stuck into the battles and everything. I'm really impressed with Troy because believe it or not, when he first started at SRW, he was racing down the back with me. So I'm still there, but
yeah, he's left you.
Yeah, well, everyone outgrows me. Even young Ty outgrew me.
He was forever going to outgrow you, being on the fishy team and having Blake as his mentor. So
yeah, this is true. But yeah, so hats off to Troy, man. He's done really well to improve and get the pace up. I mean, he's only 5/10 off Dyke's time, which is not an easy feat, mate.
No, it's definitely not, especially in these cars at this sort of track. As we ride on board, you'll be able to see all the different elevation changes and the way the corners flow as we fly through this racecraft simulations qualifying session. These boys are really putting the pedal down. Fastest top speed so far is 275 kilometres an hour by Daniel Clutterbuck. I wonder if he shot off the track. That's extremely faster than the rest of the boys.
I'm not sure if you recall, but we did Formula 3 on this track season before. And you have to see, oh, look at that. All purples out of Jamie Dyke. Sitting there, that just hit me in the face on the screen. That's huge times.
Could this be a 207? Could this be a 207? Watch now as he's coming towards the final, and he's over. It is 207.769.
Jesus Christ.
And the big flash of the lights.
That is a full 1 second faster than Coleman. Whiting's shaking the flag as well. He's decided he's going to go a bit faster again on the 595, 208.595. But yeah, Mr. Dyke's coming in, and mind you, he hasn't been in the rig all week. I spoke to him earlier, just briefly on text. He's been that busy at work. This is his first chance he's been in the rig since last Sunday, which is very unusual for him. So maybe the break is doing him good. 2:07.78. I'd like to know what's the fastest lap here. Look, what we
In
need
officials?
to do is... Say again?
In officials?
No, in SRW, I'm not interested in officials.
I was going to say, I can tell you world
we've got all
records.
the data. I've got to get someone to come in and help us collate it all because we just don't have time to collate all the data. We've got all the data. I want to have who's done the fastest lap at what track and, out of SRW and stuff like that. And it'd be a good comparison to have. I would strongly suggest that's one of the fastest laps we've had here in the V8. I know what I was about to say before was you're going to see Matty Jones in here in an F3 going through the S's in fifth gear. Fifth gear. That was spectacular to watch. Yeah.
That man behind that F3 is just ridiculous.
He's a magician, an absolute magician. And he's no slouch in the V8 either, but I think he's still got internet issues and it's probably why he's not here tonight.
I thought I saw him in the session earlier and I got excited. I was like, oh, here we go. It's going to be on tonight. But yeah, don't see him registered at this moment.
Joe Mahoney's got himself 2 greens. Let's see how his 4th sector comes out at. He can pop himself up the ladder a bit. At the moment, we've got the cut-off. Andrew Cowan is in 10th place. So Mahoney is sitting in... Where is he?
Hasn't set a time yet, mate.
Oh, there he is, yeah. He hasn't set a time. He's on the ladder. He's sitting in 17. So this could be him jumping up in the top 10.
Could be close. He only essentially needs to do a 209.8 to squeeze his way through, and he does. He does exactly that.
Nice job. Nice job. So he's...
Oh, Ty Delaney, though.
Hayden out.
Drop Cowie out. Push Cowie straight off the bottom.
Yes, yep.
And Ty Delaney is also been getting a bit of a draft assistance from his old daddy on 2 green, 2 personal bests. Again, he will only need a 209.7.
His dad does some drifting.
Definitely trying to lead his son through and show him the lines to take. Right behind him, Mr. Chris Miller, Funky as well, is on a screamer. These 2 boys could go right ahead and knock Clutterbuck and Mahoney off the top 10 right now. As Ty comes across the line into 12th.
Oh, he's still got a bit of work to do there.
Miller's across. Miller jumps into 7th. Knocks. Did he knock out? No one.
No,
he
he's
just
in
moved up. Yeah, he just moved up.
Just moved up, yeah.
Yep.
So Mahoney's still 10th. Cowan's out in the 11th. It's good to see.
Cowie's just jumped Mahoney for 10th place. 209.4.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle with Clutters, Cowan and Mahoney for that last 10th and 9th place. Dykes just popped into the YouTube chat and says loves COTA.
I told you, mate. I knew it.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Jamie about some of the tracks he likes and dislikes, and I knew this is one of his, it's got to be up there in your top 3, right, Jamie? I'm sure you're listening still, mate.
He is no doubt listening.
But yeah, this is a good battle to see who finishes in the 10, to see who goes through to our top 10 shootout. So Mahoney's going to want to push back. Glenn Boy's coming through with a pretty decent time. Is that actually going to improve him? It doesn't. He will stay in 14th at the moment, but he did have 2 personal best sectors in that run. Not many greens and purples happening now. We will be trying to keep our eye on Joe Mahoney and Ty Delaney, because they will be the ones trying to fight to get back into that top 10 shootout.
We're sitting on 18 minutes just elapsed, so we've got 7 minutes left of the qualifying. So the boys have got, this is usually the time where they sort of fade away and get inside and do some cool down laps. And well, except for that person who just went wheels in the air.
Whoever that was. Glenn Boyce, if that was the one we were on board with.
Is this Ty and
Daddy? Yeah, I gotta stop saying Daddy. That's really weird. Yeah, that's really weird. Ty, Junior Fish and Senior Fish.
Yeah,
Mr. Blake Delaney and Ty Delaney. Blake just showing the little junior where to place his car and the best lines, and it'll also allow Ty to see where his dad is braking and give him an idea of where he should be braking. So this is great to see.
Yeah.
He's not on a great run. Will he improve? No, that was an outlap.
That's not a bad place to be far off your dad, because so in case you stuff this corner up so you can get back onto it. But this is key. Watch Blake's line through here, mate. Opens up the corner so he can take this bit virtually straight and then dink to the right and then to the left.
Ooh, Ty getting very close to those danger pyramids.
Opens up the right hander, puts a foot down. See, the foot goes down fairly early there. There he is, breaking through there. This is a crucial corner as well. Get some speed down this hill. Ty's doing well. You can see how much pace he's on there. He's pulled away from him on. That's a couple of tenths there. And the braking point here's a key.
Mahoney is on 3 personal bests, sitting in 11th place at the moment. Could he again knock Cowan out of the top 10 shootout? We are going to find out any second now. Car number 36 is now coming around the final corner towards the start-finish line. Is it going to be enough to secure him a place in the top 10?
That looks clean. No.
Oh, it is. He jumped up to 8th, mate.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, 209.13. Great drive there from Mahoney.
The battle between those boys is there still. So Mahoney's taken himself, I think, in a comfortable position now. 209.12 is pretty damn good. So it's between Vlasbon, Clutters, and Cowan now for that fight for the 10th. I mean, everyone's in that fight still, but these guys are around that time zone. Yeah, Delaney can do it still. Ed Hayden can still do it. Boys can still do it. It's just a matter of, who's going to be able to get that time right, get that clean lap through.
Oh, watching Ty, Sam Noble has actually squeezed himself into the middle of the fishes, jumped into 3rd. Blake Delaney, 2 purples, 2 greens. Oh, did he get a 1x around the final corner there? I think he did. That time did not count. Ty's in the pits now as well. Cowan out there on a personal best in the first sector. Just run it a bit wide. It's gone off the track with COTA as soon as one wheel hits that AstroTurf on the outside. You might think it is a great area to run off to. But I do believe some of these corners, you just cannot run onto that AstroTurf.
Some you can, some you can't. It's a tricky one. You really got to know this track on the back of your hand for the run-off zones.
It was like last night. Some corners I could go right onto the AstroTurf. Other corners, as soon as I got one wheel on the AstroTurf, it was like, nah, there's a 1x.
Yeah, correct. We've got 2.5 minutes left of pre-quali for the top 10 shootout. So these are, if there's anyone out there at the moment getting themselves on a warm-up and go for it, I think this is Cowan's outlap. He's got green, yellow, green.
He came off the track, mate. He overdid it.
Hopefully he's having another crack at it there.
We'll keep an eye. Mr. Funky is sitting in 7th at the moment. Has got a personal best in the second last sector.
Miller is jumped to 7th. And where's he coming from here?
Don't know if he's... he slowed right down. Definitely didn't see it worthwhile. This will be the last 2 minutes. Troy Dooley still sitting in provisional 6th at the moment. A provisional P1 and Racecraft's best lap at the moment is a 207.769, and that is held by Jamie Dyke of Fishy Motorsports. still do have a couple of minutes left. If these guys get over the finish line, they will get time for one more lap. Lasbom comes over the line with a personal best. Will he improve? No, it wasn't enough, but he's still in provisional P9. Bradley John Clayton finally looking like he's got settled in and may just be able to move himself up the grid a little bit with a personal best. Glenn Boyce is also on a personal best.
There's a few boys starting to hit some greens. You're gonna love the sound of these screaming engines, man. Clayton and Boyce have thrown their hat in the ring for the last few spots. So at the moment in the 10th place is Clutters. Cowan behind him with 1/10, literally 1/10. And Mahoney and Vlasbom literally 1/10 above each one. So these guys got 4/10 between the two of them, between the four of them.
Clayton wasn't able to prove his time. I'm sure he would have liked to jump Boyce for the grid. This will be checkered flag of our Racecraft Simulations qualifying session. Probably only going to see Glenn Boyce make it over the line. Interested to see how many of the cars on track will be able to finish their lap. Glenn Boyce comes over the line with another personal best. Will he improve? He does improve and jumps Ed Hayden and locks himself a 13th spot on the grid for tonight's race.
Yep.
Whiting, personal best, sector 1. Joe Mahoney's on all personal bests. He's absolutely flying.
Yep.
Delaney, Whiting have both jumped Sam Noble at the last minute to drop Sam Noble into 4th. But that could all change during the top 10 shootout tonight. Whiting's gone through, doesn't improve. Dooley will be the next. And we are staying on board with Mahoney, who is on an absolute flyer of a lap. Dooley will stay in 6th place. Mahoney comes screaming around the last corner. Is it enough? Oh, he's got a 1x somewhere in there. That lap time did not count. And that will be the end of our Racecraft Simulations qualifying session.
Pretty damn good. Those last two guys weren't really going to affect the Tom Tap layout. It was more or less where they were going to come out a bit higher or not, which really has no effect, I guess, apart from maybe the heat in the track, because we find that the heat in the track does rise during the quality session. So in first place, we've got Jamie Dyke with a 207.768. Second place, Blake Delaney with a 208.178. Michael Whiting, 208.595. Noble with a 8.602. Coleman with a 730. Dooley with a 920. Then Clutters, Funky starts the 209s with a 119, and these boys are all a 10th apart. Mahoney with a 129, Vlasbom with a 226, and then last in the top 10 is Clutters with a 384. Literally, they've gone a 10th each between those guys. So well done. That's going to be a spectacular top 10 shootout. I expect the track to get a little bit warmer as it gets. I think currently we've been seeing ShiBBy, the lap times in the top 10 shootout just marginally slower than the top 10 than the actual pre-qualifying. I think due to the heat of the track, maybe a little bit to do with the nerves as well, because you got to keep a clean one.
Yeah, definitely, mate, because as the day does move through, the heat does pick up. Occasionally, the track temp will drop depending on cloud coverage. I would like this qualifying session to be... Thank you. The final results are now locked in for our Racecraft Simulations, and these are our qualifying results. The top 10 will go through to our top 10 shootout tonight here for round 6, thanks to Dragon RC and, of course, simrigs.com. And the first person on track for our top 10 will be Daniel Clutterbuck. Did squeeze his way through to knock Andrew Cowan down into 11th. Zachary Vlasbom will follow him. Then Joe Mahoney, Chris Miller, Troy Dooley, David Coleman, Sam Noble, Michael Whiting, Blake Delaney, and our provisional pole sitter and our Racecraft Simulations best lap tonight, Mr. Jamie Dyke. We will need to take a tiny, quick, little intermission as we jump over to our top 10 shootout. Please stick with us for 5 minutes because we will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages. Thank you for sticking with us through that short intermission. We are back for your simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm Series here for round 6, thanks to Dragon RC at Circuit of the Americas. This is your top 10 shootout tonight. We'll be kicking this off very soon. The drivers are in the briefing room right now getting the rundown on how this all works from our race stewards tonight that are Greg Barber and Adam Hughes. Huge shout out to them for doing that for us this evening. While we have a few minutes, guys, I want you to shout out your favorite driver tonight and who you think is going to take out our top 10 shootout this evening. While you do that, let's have a look at the weather. 27 degrees Celsius. The track temp has climbed by 3 degrees Celsius. So, as Steve was saying, we might just see a change of lap times from qualifying to the top 10. So
the pattern in the last few weeks has been that the top 10 times have been slightly slower, about 3 or 4 tenths. The boys are actually in the briefing room now. The session has been advanced, so the first driver should be released any minute.
He has been released now, and it will be Daniel Clutterbuck from TMX Global Racing, also known as Clutters.
And a great chap that he is too.
Another driver that over the last few seasons.
Well, we are known as a development league, and tell you what, we do develop drivers because I can see it from the drivers that we have on track and how much they improve in season to another season, and that comes from not just practice but the community. Everyone here shares feedback and lets you know where you can get more time. It only benefits yourself because then you got someone else to race with.
Apart from us.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't benefit me because I'm still crap.
Getting better. You've had a pretty good season in the 86. I think, mate, you being the owner of the league, having time to put that practice in like a lot of our drivers do would definitely make the difference. And the same goes for me. It only took me about 40 minutes to get a handle of that Formula 3 car last night, and I knocked 4 seconds off my lap time. So
that's what it's about, isn't it? Clutters hit 266 kilometres down that main straight just then. That's not shabby.
We'll get that up on screen.
This is tricky, this part here that he's coming through. He's got some good pace through it. He's still 75, 80, got all the way down to 65 for that corner. It's a slow corner. Here he comes.
This is his out lap, and we will be jumping on board. Paul Racing.
Let's see how he goes.
Has dropped into the chat. Thank you so much for dropping in, Paul Racing. How are you doing this evening? Great to see you back in the broadcast, mate. As Clutters comes around the final turn, ready for his top 10 shootout lap, and he is off.
Let's see his race line here. He cuts in to the corner. Okay, some drivers will go out wide and then cut in. He cuts in a bit earlier. That's the difference in lap speeds for that corner as we see the drivers progress through the top 10.
Smooth through there, rolled through there, down, shifted to keep the car moving instead of rotating.
Nicely done.
Not much tyre squeal. You can hear he's very, very smooth. You don't want to hear too much of those tyres working because it means he's actually losing a bit of time every time around that corner. Sometimes I just say time. Oh my God.
So he's got a I like the line through there. That was pretty good. He's kept a good pace through there. Just around 90 clips through that corner. See what he hits. He hit 100 and what did I say? 266 in his out lap.
265 is max from what I
65,
saw.
yep.
Still looking so smooth.
Yep. This is the key here. You can lose a lot of time for these little S's. They're so tight. It's like balancing the rear end, just touching it and not letting it escape. Getting it straight early so you can put the foot down. This corner here is more like 3 corners in one. Instead of little kicks, 3 little kicks. There's your 4th kink. 4 little corners in one. Nicely done.
Nice and smooth.
Yep.
Great
Clean.
lap.
Well done.
Great
That's the most
lap.
important thing. Kept it clean.
209.505 with a top speed of 265.
Yeah, that was pretty close to what he did previously. That was good. So well done. Well done.
Yeah, well done, Clutters.
How'd that feel, mate?
It's good to be over. I can never get over the nerves with these top 10 things.
That's the first thing to get over, isn't it, mate? The nerves, and then just make sure the lap is complete.
Yeah, it's really easy to get an off track here, so I was sort of a bit taking it a little bit extra cautious because of that as well.
Yeah. What was your time in pre-qual? It was pretty close to a 5:05, wasn't it?
I think I got a 209.3, I think.
Yeah. So I'm expecting all the times to drop by about 2 to 3 tenths on average. That's what I'm seeing from the last few weeks. So that's pretty much spot on. So you've done well, mate. You've done well. Well, you can finish 10th or higher.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm happy with that. Thank you.
Good luck in the race
Good luck
tonight,
with the
mate.
race.
Thanks, guys.
Right, as we are on board with Zachary Vlasbom from the Alpha Venturi Racing team.
And didn't he have a stellar drive last week, mate?
Mate, he's made it his mission to absolutely make these cars his car. He wants to be as fast as the best in this car.
And he's in the right league to do so. He's got himself a purple sector, first sector. And hats off to him, the way he drove last week, keeping Whiting and Delaney at bay for some portions of that race. It's pretty awesome. Purple. Let's see how the second sector green, which is good. Nice and clean, got around that nicely. Kept it on track, most importantly. Let's see his top speed, see what his exit of that corner was. Wow, 57. It's up 267. That's a few K more, so his exit was a lot nicer, cleaner.
Clutterbuck registered in 270.
Was it?
That's what it's come up on the time.
Okay, I was just going off what my eyes were seeing me. I only saw a 65.
Yeah. Clutterbuck registered 271, unless that was on his cooldown lap, but why would he be going that fast on his cooldown lap? That's looking super smooth through here, keeping it very tight. Holding that line extremely nicely to get those exits on the power nice and early.
Oh, he did that. Oh, a little bit of it.
Oh, he's onto the...
Oh, I couldn't see. Was that enough?
Couldn't tell. It was definitely onto the AstroTurf. I don't know how much.
Close. That was very close.
Is it going to register? It didn't register. Oh, no, wait, that was the finish line. There's 2 finish lines on this. No, it didn't register. Yeah, no, unlucky. He did get
looks
an
like
off.
That was an off on the second last corner.
It was. Captain O'Gold.
Hello.
What are you doing driving off the track on the second last corner, man?
I'm in an intense battle with the setup at the moment. It's not where I want it to be, but
Where was your time sitting at, mate? Where were you going to come out at? Because you looked pretty good. You had a first purple.
Honestly, I'm not too sure, but nah, just came all undone in the final sector. I mean, the first sector was alright, but yeah, just coming out of the final sector around the entering that right sweeper, just didn't want to behave. So yeah, sucks. But I mean, we got an hour.
You're in 10th place. It's a good place to start.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go up from there, and hopefully we can do something a bit better.
Yeah. All right, mate. Good luck and have fun, mate. Most importantly, don't forget to do that.
Yeah, beauty. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate.
We are on board with Jay Mahoney from Race on Oz and the JTIT team.
As we suspected, that looks really smooth, right, Jay? Really well done there. Car looked really settled. As we said, you know, half the battle here is to complete clean sectors. And if memory serves me right, we had a few miss out on the AMs, didn't we? I think it was like 7 in the clean passes. Mahoney's pulled up purple in the second sector. And looking like the third as well. There's his speed looking. He's flying, man. That topped out at 267 on my screen. But let's see what it comes up. So he's got himself another green. Let's see if he can keep this clean. You can hear the traction of his spins or not if I shut up.
No, they'll still hear it over you.
Yep, a little bit of traction lost through some of that section, but nothing major. Doing well. He's kept it on track. That's what he's made to do. Last corner, keep it clean, keep it on. Oh.
There's a bit of a wiggle around that
Bit of a
final
wiggle,
corner.
but did it well. 209.860. That's well done.
Lockie
Well
well
done.
provisional second at the moment. Let's grab him down. Mr. Penguin.
Hello.
How'd it feel?
Not great.
What part were you happy with, mate?
From the first turn through the last one. Yeah, I was just a bit, very conservative on that. Just, didn't want to get an off track or anything like that. Just get through to the end. So I was a bit soft, really. I think that's the best way to put that.
Well, your time still wasn't too bad, mate. You still got a 209.8. I think that was, that's probably about 4/10 slower than what you did in pre-qual. But the most important thing is, mate, you've got a clean run in, and we don't know how many people are going to miss out. Zach has already, so chances are a few more might.
Yeah, there's always a big chance here. There's plenty of opportunities to do it off track. So, yeah, just happy to be in it. I really do enjoy these top 10s, but I left a lot on the table in that one. Just get to the end. Get through the race as well.
Tell me, any of your strategy from Tuesday night going to affect the way you drive tonight?
I would, no, not at all. We'll just play it as it comes.
Yep. And see how you go. Well, mate, good luck. Most importantly, I just said to Zach, have fun, mate. Enjoy it out there, and good luck.
Thanks, boys. I hope it's an enjoyable one, and I'll chat to you guys later, hopefully.
Cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
mate, enjoy yourself.
And Funky Cole Medina is on track. Too old for that? Too young for that song, mate?
I'm not sure what song it was. I think you're out of tune.
I wish I knew the rest of the words. My wife is a legend like that. She knows all the words of all songs.
You need to do some karaoke, bud.
No, you wouldn't want to get me drunk and do karaoke, mate. I wouldn't leave the stage.
That is the best thing about karaoke, but we're not here to talk about karaoke. We're here to talk about the V8 Supercars ProAm Series. We are on board with Chris Miller also known as Funky, from the Fishy Motorsports team, as he takes to his top 10 shootout hot lap. Looking extremely good so far, 2 personal bests, which actually can work out to move him up the table. He doesn't need to be setting purples in the top 10 shootout, because his personal best can actually be better than the sectors. Looking extremely smooth.
266 on the main straight.
Comes through this very tight technical section here, back on the accelerator. Really nicely there. Slows it down. Winds the accelerator on to not spin the tyres. And here comes that.
Very tight line through there.
Double king corner, double apex corner. It's down second last corner now. Ooh, a little bit of a mistake. Has managed to keep it on the track though.
That was crucial. That could have been an off end.
Down to the final corner now and shoots off down the straight.
Oh, purple in the last sector. Well done.
That will put him into provisional P2 with a 2:09.681. Funky Miller.
Hey boys, how are you?
Good, mate.
Yeah, mate. How are you?
Good.
How'd it feel?
Paradise. I stuffed up turn 1, which pretty much screwed me for the rest of the lap.
Just chasing the clock after that.
Yeah.
It looked like the second last turn, you nearly took too much of it for an off.
Yeah, I turned in a little bit early and, yeah, first world problems.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, yeah, at least you corrected it, because that could have been quite easily an off there and screwed your whole lap.
Yeah, I turned in way too early and then I thought, oh God. Anyway.
No, look, it's all good, mate. You're sitting in second for provisional position at the moment with Zach not completing a lap, and that's still good.
Yeah, look, run around.
Yeah, cool. Well, you have fun tonight, mate. I'm sure we're going to be yelling your name out quite frequently like we normally do, and good luck.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Right as we move Mr. Chris Miller out of the broadcast room and on board with Troy Dooley. Was sitting in 6th place in our racecraft simulations qualifying session. Can he outdo himself?
Purple sector.
See if he can outdo himself and move his way up that table and get a bit further towards the top of the grid. This man has been driving absolutely phenomenally this season with the Team 3 Racing Mustang. We shoot down the long back straight. 271 kilometers is our top speed so far. 266 again, gearing down really nicely, very smooth through there.
Yeah, it's a good pace through there. That was like 80 clicks coming through there.
Next
to the main part of the corner.
Early as well.
See how he's gone a little bit wide for that first part of that corner. Miller was pretty much tight on both. A tail wiggle. No offs here, mate. Clean. He took that very cautiously. Did you see it?
Sort of blanked out for a second there. Sorry to the broadcast if we missed anything there. Dooley comes across into P1, provisional P1, 209.476. What a time.
Well, the times are a lot less than what we expected, but still. Provisional pole, Troy. How's it feel?
Yeah, I think it's only temporary. A little bit slippery. Yeah, not too bad. A couple of little mistakes, but pretty happy. Happy to stay on track.
How do you feel with the rhythm of the S's? Are you comfortable in there?
Yeah, I love the S's. In the race setup. I'm really happy with it.
It looked like you were a little bit out of sync in the quality just there.
Yeah, a little bit. Just didn't quite get it how I liked it.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to do under one lap, but generally, yeah, I don't mind it. Just, feel like I'm a little bit quick in there. That's about it.
Good, mate. Well, we were just talking about you earlier on and saying how much you've improved from the days we used to be racing down the back with me.
Yeah, I used to like those ones. It was good.
Well, you know what, mate? I still like them too, but now it's a bit lonely back there, so you're quite welcome to join me. Well, look, mate, you're driving really well the last few weeks. I'm seeing you steadily improve, so I hope you have a really shit-hot race tonight and a lot of fun, and good luck, dude.
Cheers, Singer. Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah, mate.
Have a good one, Troy.
Cheers, bud.
Coleman's a purple in the first sector already.
These fishy boys we know are not slow. And if Mr. Jamie Dyke is in their ear throughout these laps, giving a bit of guidance.
That's in third gear he's come through there. Carried third gear through that corner. That's pretty good. Good braking point. Doing well. How good's that car sound?
Sounds amazing.
Let's see the difference in pace here. 650, yeah, the same. 655 again.
Must all be running a similar wing.
Let's see how he's going for this corner here. Yep. He's got a really fast line through there, man. He carried a lot of pace through that section then. Did you see the way the rear end was just like, oh no.
No.
Oh,
Second last corner. Why did you even talk?
He was that big corner. He was the apex angle, whatever they call it, where it's sort of like drifting slightly as it comes through. He had real good control of it, but he must have just overheated the tyres then.
I want to stir him up.
He's going to be pissed.
Are you pissed, David?
Hey?
Are you
Are
pissed?
you pissed off?
Oh, it is what it is, mate. I don't really like the circuit, so
Oh, don't let
Well,
Jamie hear you bloody say
I'm
that.
trying my best to hang in here tonight.
Well, mate, you look that big right-hander. It looked like he had the drift angle nice. It was coming through really good, and then it just lost it for you.
I just couldn't clear the throttle enough to get it to like stop wheel spinning. Like I was literally had hardly any throttle in it, so
Yeah.
I think it just heats up the tyres that bit too much, and at that point you're done for. So it is what it is.
You got a message from one of the viewers out there, mate. Mr. Adam Simpson has dropped in and said, "Mr. Drifter needs more practice."
Well, they don't have drifting in Tasmania, so yeah.
Well, mate.
I'm sure you're. That's going to give you probably what's that, about 9th position based on pre-qual above Lasbom. So I'm sure you'll be able to fight your way up to the pointy end and have a bit of fun.
See what happens. It's yeah, see what happens.
All right, mate. Good luck out there and enjoy. Yeah.
Right, so broadcasting again. I've just had a bit of a hiccup. We are back.
Noble got himself a first purple sector, so he's come in faster than Coleman in that sector, because Coleman had the purple previously there.
Definitely
well.
pushing it.
Yeah, he's not holding back at all.
Really trying to get on that accelerator as early as possible. Keeping it really nice and smooth. Flies down at the straight.
$2.66. Yeah.
Very
Seems to be
smooth.
everyone peaking out at that point. Average street speed for these corners here has been Yeah, slowing down to like 85, 90 through the apex. That's what his race line's through here like. Oh, he goes a bit deep there. Oh,
no.
he's just made it. He's just made it. That was so close to an off.
I saw his rear tyres light up that AstroTurf. Definitely wouldn't be the first car tonight to lose a lap due to the AstroTurf.
Yep. Nice and clean for the last few corners.
Oh, a little bit sticky there on the power, really hard.
Oh, Jesus. I think that was a bit of anger.
Yeah, will lock himself in a 2:10.022. Sure, he's not going to be super happy about that. Mate, just a little bit of an incident saw you run onto that AstroTurf. Other than that, that lap was looking phenomenal, mate.
Yeah, it was a bit more slippery during that session, but I was trying to be patient, but then ran out of patience in that section, that last sector.
Geez, we thought you were pushing it as hard as you could from the word go. Purple sector straight away is looking like a really, really good run, mate, and then just overcommitted a little bit too much, did you?
Yeah, I just took a slightly different line than I was doing, and I lost my braking point and just braked too late and ran wide, unfortunately, but that's all right, it's a long race.
Yeah, well, look, let's put it this way. You're not in P10, so at the moment, provisional P8. And, mate, good luck tonight. Get out there and have a great race.
Thanks, mate.
Good luck, mate.
Mr. Whiting has already started his hot lap.
There he is. What's the difference in entries and exits here? See, that's nothing against the guys that went previously, but that looks so smooth, man. Doing well. Not that I expect him to do bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is Mr. Whiting we're talking about here. Looking extremely smooth. Hear how soft and gentle he is on that accelerator as he comes out of those corners.
See what he hits. 265 again.
Seems to be that benchmark.
Yeah.
They all must be running a very similar wing then. Or
Yeah.
it's just as quick as you're going to get that V8 through there.
Possibly. Well, when we get the pole sitter and talk to him, we'll find out.
On all personal best so far, Mr. Michael Whiting from Fishy Motorsports. Absolute
He'll go straight to the top.
hot lap so far. Jamie Dyke said everybody should be running full wing. Thank you, Jamie, for dropping in and giving us those little tips and pointers. Michael Whiting over the finish line with a purple. He is going to go straight to the top with a 2:08.894.
5 tenths straight off the top of that. First to hit the 8s. Mr. Whiting, how did it feel, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Haven't done a whole heap of practice around here, so not too bad considering.
Yeah. Is it slipperier than the pre-qual?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay, so the heat is up. Our prediction is that the times will drop by about 3 to 4 tenths in top 10 than the pre-qual. Same strategy as always, keep it clean and elbows out.
Yeah, just trying to stay on the back of Dikey, really. He's pretty quick around here. It's one of his pet tracks, so hopefully he gets an off-track in qualifying. He starts in the 10th or something. We might get lucky.
Going to be in his ear during his qualifying?
No, I'm letting go. He gets a bit upset when we do that.
Yeah, I kind of get that because I know what he's doing RC and people are calling in and talking over comms when they're not supposed to be. He gets really shitty. The question is, are you guys going to gang up on him? Because he's going to be, by the look of it, this is one of his favourites. Are you guys going to, team up against him?
We'll see what happens. Stay out of trouble for the first couple of laps, and then we'll go from there, I guess.
All right, mate. Well, yeah, fun. Blake's about to go out there at the moment. You've got provisional pole. Good luck.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, mate.
Cheers.
On board with Blake Delaney, number 08 for the Fishy Motorsports team. Now needing to hunt down his teammate Michael Whiting, who just set the provisional pole tonight for our top 10 shootout here at round 6. That's Dragon RC.
Purple's nice. Very clean. Oh, took a lot of that curb. It's amazing how these boys know exactly how much they can take.
Practice, mate. Practice, practice, and more practice. I'm sure a lot of these guys have a... Slow down.
He slowed down?
He has slowed down.
Has he got, he's got an off somewhere?
Yeah, he's not full throttle anymore. Something's happened.
He must have got an off somewhere.
Or he's having issues with his rig. I just heard it gear down and accelerate again. I didn't see an off anywhere. If there wasn't, there definitely is now. We're just going to drag him in straight away and find out what happened. Mr. Delaney.
Yeah.
Did you get an off track that we missed somehow?
Yeah.
How slight of an off track was that?
It was going down towards the hairpin at the back. I don't know how. I've never got one there before, but oh well, here's what it is. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah. So it was a bit. You went out a bit wider than normal.
Yeah. Must have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I was just saying that some of the lines you took, I thought, wow, these guys really know where the off tracks are.
Coming out of this corner here, mate. Right there.
Yeah.
Down there. Oh, it is what it is. Come from 10th now, mate. We can save a bit of fuel. Just need a couple of yellow flags and we'll be good.
Yeah, well, no doubt, mate. You'll be up there fighting at the top end of the stick again like normal. I know you've got a knack for making your way through the pack, so good luck, man. We've got the we've got Dikey out on track, and this is his favourite, and he would curse us if we didn't commentate all the way through his lap.
Yeah, you better go speak. Watch him.
Good luck, mate. I'm looking forward to the race.
And you boys, have a good night.
You too,
Cheers,
mate.
man.
The bus driver now out on track is coming around off his out lap. Ty Delaney in the broadcast. Thanks for dropping in, Ty. Shouting out, go Jamie.
I actually thought he started his hot lap already. That's why I booted Blake out of there. Sorry, Blake.
No, I was a bit confused why you kicked him out so early.
No, I thought he started his hot lap.
We are going to ride this whole lap on board with the bus driver. You see enough of the outside of his car. Let's watch this man work his favourite track.
It's like kids, mate. You don't have a favourite, just a lot of favourites, yeah?
I don't know. I feel like with how he was talking about this track, this might be his number one.
Jason, there's heaps of guys out on track tonight, mate. Heaps.
This is the top 10 shootout at the moment, Jace. We are on our last driver tonight. While Jamie flies around this lap, looking to take our Racecraft top 10 shootout pole position. I just want to say a huge shout out to all of you out there watching this broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for the continued support for SRW TV and the league behind Sim Racing World.
Reckon he's going to try to beat that 266?
He said full wing. He said full wing, so...
Yeah. 267.
Again, though, Noble registered
Purple again. He's got him some greens and two purples. this is the bit here, which is like killing some of your time as well. Jeez, he's fast through there too. Why is this guy not fast?
Yeah, I was going to say, does it matter what track we put him on?
He goes tight on those two apexes, doesn't he?
If you can get on, Jace, and let Greg Barber know, you can get put to the rear of the grid.
Yep. Sure can. Let the guys know in ProAm.
In the ProAm Discord right now, mate, if you want to race, they can put you at the rear of the grid if you want to come and have a race. Guy goes through. We missed that completely too.
We didn't miss nothing. He went through. He did really well, and he's gone through. You know what it was? It was just like, yeah, we know what he's going to do.
Yeah, but look at that time, 2:08.009.
He's the only one that's gone faster than his pre-qual lap.
Oh, stop it, Jamie, stop it. Holy smokes, mate. This is your #1 favourite, isn't it? This is like, I was going to say something, a South Park quote then that I won't say. Jamie, you love this track, don't you?
I love this track. It's not my #1, it's probably my #2.
Have you beaten 208 on this track before?
I've done a 205 before on, like, Stone Cold.
Yeah. Well, you're the only person to go faster in your top 10 than your pre-qual time, mate.
No, I did a 207.7 in
qual. You did too?
Yeah, he did his qualifying. That's a bit confusing.
The shootout that's hotter in here at the
Yeah,
moment.
it is definitely hotter. We're seeing everyone coming 3 to 4 tenths slower than what their pre-qual is.
Yeah, so I expect it to be slower. And it was actually getting hotter throughout the top 10, so I didn't know if I was going to be beaten or not.
Well, I guess a lot of it was to do with a clean finish as well, mate.
Yeah, but this track's all about flow and not spinning the wheels. So you look after the tyres around here and you usually can be pretty quick.
With the race being how long it is, your aim is going to be, you're going to get out and just tear away like last week, aren't you?
I'm going to try to. I'll try to.
Break the toe from behind and just get away and set your own times and pace and start. Once you do that, you'll just move into a fuel save mode.
No, I won't even fuel save. If I can break the toe, I'll push and push.
And try to gain the time advantage so it compensates for the pit, yeah?
Yeah. If I can't break the toe, then we'll start looking at doing a fuel strategy or maybe B strategy.
Yep.
We'll see what Mike and the boys can do.
Well, I did plant the seed to Mike. I said, is this one of those tracks where Jamie's going to be super fast? And is there a possibility that you and Blake or Dave might gang up on him and try to beat him? A bit of team against team member?
They'll try. Last time we were here, the boss put me in the wall before we got to turn 1.
Oh, did he now?
He did.
I'll have to dig that one out. Was it an SRW race?
Nah, it was before we started SRW.
Okay. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a rip of a race. The boys, everyone's pumped up for it, and so are me and ShiBBy, which is going to be cool. Good luck tonight, mate. Have your cashews and Dare iced coffee ready.
Will do. I'm having one now.
I knew you want me, mate. Coleman goes stat A multi 21. That's what we were sort of hinting at, I guess. We'll see what happens. This could be a controversial race in the history of fishing motorsports.
It would be the first time.
Well, mate, good luck and have a blast out there and put on a show.
Thanks, boys. Have a good call.
Cheers.
Well, that
Well,
is
Shibby?
that is the end of the racecraft qualifying sessions and the racecraft simulations top 10 shootout. Our pole sitter and best lap tonight is Jamie Dyke from Fishy Motorsports. In second place on the grid, next to him will be Michael Whiting. The second row on the grid will be Troy Dooley, Daniel Clutterbuck. Third row will be Chris Miller and Joe Mahoney. Sam Noble, Vlasbom, Coleman, Delaney will hold out your top 10. We will need to take a quick intermission as we head on over to the race. Do you have anything to say, Steve, before we click over to that intermission?
No, just like and subscribe. Stick around for us. There's a fair few of you guys out there already in Facebook and YouTube watching. Stick around. It's going to be a great race. It's going to be a battle all the way through, not just to the front of the grid, but in the mid-pack and back-pack as well. These guys are all going to be fighting for it.
It is going to be an absolute killer race here tonight for round 6, thanks to Dragon RC of your simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm Series. Please stick with us for a couple of minutes as we jump to an intermission while we change our race to our race server. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, we are back. Your simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm Series. This is your feature race tonight here for round 6. Thanks to Dragon RC at Circuit of the Americas. If you just missed out on the top 10 shootout, boy, did you miss a shootout with Jamie Dyke from Fishy Motorsports taking that racecraft pole position and will lead the field off the green light this evening.
I'm still breathless, mate. After your hyped up intro, I'm like laid back, sitting in my chair, and like I'm ready to get my popcorn out. I'm ready to watch this race and enjoy it. And then I realised, I've got to talk about it as well.
You not talk? That's amazing.
Well, that is true.
Yeah,
That is true. Believe it or not, the only person that shuts me up really quickly is my wife.
Oh, I bet it is. I think most people's wives can stop them from talking really quick, but then try stop your wife talking. Try that one. See how that goes.
Yeah. There's nothing more powerful than that dead look your wife gives to you from across the table.
Across the table, mine's usually nose to nose with me by that point. But yes, we are back. The qualifying session and the top 10 shootout was phenomenal driving from all 10 drivers out on track. We now have the full, looking at 20 drivers on track out for a 15-minute practice session at this moment. We just like to take this moment to remind you all that when we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we do have a sim rig and seat valued around $1,800 retail, thanks to Racecraft Simulations. So
John, who has put it all together for us, but have a look at the some of the rigs he's got. This one that he's got on screen is like a full motion thing. It's pretty sick. It takes it to the next level. What he does out there, and the boys are all the way out in WA.
Western Australia,
yeah, doing a great bit of work out from that part of the world.
Is sim racing big over there? It's hard because of our time zones in Australia, which sort of makes it difficult to keep
the
track.
guys out in WA side struggle because of the time zones, because of the way everything finishes and starts. Like if we start at 7:30 and they're 3 hours behind, that's a 4:30 start over there. So
they're not even home from work yet.
Yeah, some of the later stuff is all right for them, but it just depends on what you can do, what you can't do. That's why we have a few people will sort of turn around and say, what can we do at the times and stuff like that. We try to help out where we can, because it's nationally, it's big. It's our biggest drivers are out of New South Wales and Victoria.
Yeah. But we also got drivers from New Zealand as well. We've also got teammates, and guys that work for SRW that are spread all over Australia and New Zealand as well. So massive big balancing act when there's so many different time zones. And I would love to see like a state of origin style, but with all the states, and that's WA included as well.
There has been conversations about that actual thing happening, mate. Which is funny enough. We haven't done it at any point, but we have spoken about it. But we'll see. Well, at some point it will happen. There's the actual racecraft rig itself.
Mate, that is a good looking rig too. So it's a rig and seat. Everything you see there in that picture will be given away to a lucky number draw. Everybody's names will go in a big old huge hat. It's going to be a big hat with 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you tell your friends, families, your pet sitter, your babysitter, your cleaner all about us. Get them to subscribe. The more there is, the better chance you might have of actually winning this awesome rig and seat, thanks to Racecraft Simulations.
And thanks to John for supporting us.
Oh, definitely. definitely.
From the get go, as soon as we first spoke to him, it was really about what can I do to help more than anything. So, hats off to John. But I mean, ShiBBy, if you have a look at the drive now, there's something else special I've just given to you, and Derek at Simrigs as well. He's no different. The community, the sim community as its own, like the people that run businesses within it, work very closely, very easily. We're all about the community. They're all helping out. If you look at John, he's doing some special work for 9.5 guys for their rigs at the moment. Derek with his rigs, the Exodus range, spectacular kit. He's been as helpful as can be, and I couldn't falter their equipment. I put together both rigs for the Moto X show 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't that hard. The first one took me about 3.5 hours. The second one took me just over 2 hours. Really well put together rigs, really solid, really easy as well. The way they've made them, they're spectacular, and looking forward to doing some business with these guys in a big way. The product is unbelievable, and their service is next to none.
And we also got to remember, if you use code SRW5 at checkout, you will get a further discount off your purchase. So don't forget to be using that code. Again, it is SRW5 at checkout. Also forgot to mention tonight, temptingsweets.com.au. If you want a sweet deal on some sweet lollies or treats, head over to temptingsweets.com.au and use code SRW10 at checkout to get a sweet deal off.
I like that. A sweet deal at Tempting Sweets. Look, we've got some amazing people to look after us, and it is spectacular. It's Warren and Brown as well. We actually went and shot an episode of Channel 31, and people keep asking me when are we going to see it. Well, we're going to start uploading them soon. By all means, take the piss out of me and my brother. They get better as they go along. But I'll stop chitter-chattering. Guys are gridding up. Do you want to go through the grid, Nath?
We sure will. Jamie Dyke took out pole position of our Racecraft Top 10 session, and will hold that position. Next to him will be Michael Whiting on the row 2 behind them. Troy Dooley from Team 3. Daniel Clutterbucks from TMX Global Racing. Row 3 will see Chris Miller from Fishy Motorsports and Joe Mahoney from Race on Oz line up next to each other. Sam Noble and Blake Delaney will slot in right behind them. David Coleman and Zachary Vlasblom from Alpha Venturi Racing will hold out your top 10. Andrew Cowan and Ty Delaney will be on the next row of the grid, with Glenn Boyce and Ed Hayden finalising with Bradley Clayton and Miles Burgess tonight. We are gridding. We are ready. The lights are green. No, they're orange. Set, ready, and it's race time.
It's stalled up a little bit in the back end, but they've got off clean. There was going to be some impact, and Jamie's led into the first corner, and nice and tight, and the boys are right behind them.
Oh no! That was Dooley. Into the wall he goes. Oh, I can't click fast enough. Get off the screen. Thank you.
Dyke and Whiting are already setting up a gap there straight away. It looks like Delaney lost a few places in that start, but everyone's come across nice and clean except for Dooley. Doesn't seem to have taken anyone out either.
Dooley came across the front of Delaney there, and I think that's sort of what's put him back through that turn 1.
Has Delaney got any significant damage?
We will get a jump back up to the front of the pack as we filter back through to make sure we keep an eye on everybody here tonight. As Miles Burgess nose out on Ed Hayden. Lap 1 overtake. Looking like he was trying to take Bradley John Clayton there as well.
He had a thought about it, didn't he?
What a great move. Good to see the back runner still having a solid battle tight. Delaney. Now Cowan right on the back of him. Cowan puts his nose out.
Wide.
Cowan sneaks that through as we see a lot of brake dust. Cowan's gone wide, overshot the corner.
Yep.
He has pulled back on track, 1 down. Sam Noble now battling out with Zachary Vlasbom. They are going
Blasbom keeps his shoulders out.
Right, mate, have a sip of water. We'll calm down.
It is, I haven't said much, but totally exciting. Coward hasn't given up on Miles Burgess there. He's gone through that corner, gone wide. He's come out behind Miles.
Yeah, he just lost another spot, actually. He slotted in between Bradley John Clayton, and Burgess just got the move around him. As Burgess is going again.
Too wide.
He's going to make another move. 2, 3 overtakes in the first lap.
He's on fire, isn't he?
Up 6 positions off the first lap with 3 overtakes. This man is putting the power down.
That's some exceptional driving there. Oh, keep it clean. He's one wide. He's going to open the door up. Here we go. He's going to have a bit of dirt on those tyres now.
And Cowan didn't get a great run out there. I think he might have hesitated just as he saw Burgess go off track, and that's dropped him off the back here. He does look a fair big...
on the edges.
Yeah, it
so
is.
if you go off, it takes a few quarters for your tyres to come back. So Burgess will be defending here to make sure that he can maintain position. Oh, that was a bit aggressive there by Mahoney. 2 what? No. That's an early dive there from Delaney. Oh, he's held it. It's lost him a spot by the look of it. He's got Noble beside him now. Zach's tucked in behind him. That could have been all sorts of terror there. Love watching these cars duck in and out of each other. I'm not sure if that was the right move by Joe then. A little bit defensive, but he's got the over and under opened up on him. And Zach Blasbom on the left-hand side on Noble. And Clutters is just sticking his nose in there as well. These guys are putting on a great show, Shimmy.
They sure are, mate. This is our Pro-Am Series. These guys don't leave anything off the table. Noble a little deep on the brakes, locks up the tyres, does clip Mahoney there, will drop back off, but that has allowed Blasbom to sneak on through, but Mahoney's not going to let him get away with that. Noble has rounded up Clutterbuck just behind them as well.
These boys do not... They just don't hold back. I'm loving it. Every week they put on a show for us. Too wide in some corners that you never think 2 cars would fit.
It's Ty Delaney just behind Sam Noble and Daniel Clutterbuck as well as they're going too wide into turn 1. Clutterbuck did just drop in behind, but look at Ty now. He's going to stick
pressure on early.
I feel like they're racing like it's the last lap of the circuit so far.
Only 54 minutes to go, mate. These boys are already at the front. We've got Dyke and Whitey already. Where we go? Is that one spun? Is it Blasbom and Mahoney contact?
Big contact there.
And it looks like there could be a couple of damaged cars here. So lap 3 turn 8 has been called in by Blasbom.
Blasbom has gone wide.
Oh, that's hard to see from that angle, but you know what? Ooh, good job for the boys upstairs.
On board here, see Blasbom take a very wide angle. He's also on the brakes. I think he might have just overshot his line, but comes back in. Very odd spot.
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a real tough one. Clutters has also called something in that for that same incident, whether it's someone else that nudged him at the same time. But, bit of impact. Here we go, Troy Julie's working his way back because we've got a few damaged cars trying to get back to the pits. Oh, we've got a tow request from Clutters. It could be a safety car. His car has taken way too much impact from that incident.
It is a safety car. We are confirmed. We do have the promo department safety car coming out on track. said he left.
He has requested a tow. His tow has been accepted. The race car, safety car will come out now.
Oh, is Greg driving? Nope. Okay, sure.
Maybe they're doing paper, rock, scissors.
Yeah, maybe. It did say the safety car had left the pits, but
Yeah.
doesn't look like it at the moment.
So if you see the front of these screens, it says Simring's V8 Supercar ProAm Series. In the back has got the round sponsor of Dragon RC.
Oh, they're window banners.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
they
correct.
look quite nice.
That will be.
Is that a safety car coming out?
I don't know. I thought there was a safety car call, but they're not.
Right. Odd. Drive-through penalty for car 34. Failure to hold brakes causing contact with car 640. So that was car 34 of Bradley John Clayton, who did manage to wipe out David Coleman. Cowan, Delaney. I'm confused. So I'm assumption, correct me if I'm wrong, race control out there, that if someone requests a tow, don't have to put a race
Well, it depends where the car is
Yeah.
and where it is during the race. It's not compulsory. It's up to their discretion.
Okay. Good to know. I need to do some more racing so I can learn these things as well.
Car 34 has got a drive-through penalty for contact of 640. So that'll level a few people out there. Dyke has taken 2 seconds out of Whiting, so he's 2.6 already, and Miller is 6, nearly 7 seconds. So they're spreading their wings out there. Who's this in the pits now?
This is Bradley John Clayton.
Yep.
He had that incident and also then forced himself into Coleman by accident, of course, by not holding those brakes.
Yep. Where is Mr. Coleman? He's sitting currently in 15th, working his way back through the field. He did say he wanted to spend the night in the pits because he thought it was going to be one of those nights. Maybe he cursed himself.
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah.
Yep. At least it wasn't us putting the commentator's curse on, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Whiting and Dyke. Let's see what Dyke's plan's going to be here. Is he going to try to open up this gap further?
Yeah.
Like we said beforehand.
Yeah, he is.
Because we've got Miller and Delaney together with another gap on Whiting. So these guys are probably going to work their way together to catch up to Whiting, and then all three of them will gang up onto Dyke.
Punt him off the road. No, we don't condone driving like that. Please don't do that unless it is just a fun Saturday session, which we did have in the open wheelers last night. There was a little bit of punting and bump and running, but it was all in good laughs.
I tell you what was scary. Matty Jones coming with that beast from miles away, coming in through corners. That was a hell of a thing to have in your rear view mirror.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Mr. Coleman has pulled the pin on the session.
He's entered the pits. Has he withdrawn from the session? Has he?
Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe he's too much damage.
Maybe. Yeah, had to use his fast repair
at the beginning, and then he would have had that second bit.
Second amount of damage as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Not good to see any drivers dropping out, but wow, oh wow. Miles Burgess is up 10 positions into P6 at the moment.
He's having a stellar drive, isn't he? He's cleared the guys he has to clear, and now he's got to put the foot down and work his way through the field. And he's got a bit of damage on the right front.
Yeah, that does look like a bit of damage. I think he did have a bit of a push through the first corner with that initial spin. Managed to push his way through.
Yep. Yeah, so he's got a bit of splitter damage on the front side, but nothing that looks like it's going to be too much pace lost. A bit of a wiggle through there.
Just lost my mouse.
57 and 33, was that the Mahoney and... So no further action on both those incidents. They're probably, from their angle that they're seeing it, is different to what we see, so it's good. I always leave it to the boys upstairs. It's very deceiving when you watch it from here, depending on what angles they see, the driver's perspective, the entries, wheels down, braking points, all that sort of stuff. The line, who's moved in, who's moved out. Mahoney's still sitting in 9th place, so he's only lost 3 places out of that. Zach has suffered a little bit more. He's down to 12th from 10th, but he did make his way up all the way to about 8th at that point. Ty Delaney is comfortably sitting in 7th position. And cruising just over a second and a half behind Miles. So Miles Burgess has just called in race control. I don't have any audio, so if you have a safety car, can you put it up on the screen? And then the race control pushed their button to talk, and they realised, oh, he can't hear me, so there's no point talking. He's put it up on screen now. Copy. That's funny. And while we're in the thick of it, we've got the Sid Riggs and Andre Heimgartner in the ring, going for a spin. It's a weapon of a setup, and I really love the way they brand things. They've got a real attention to brand identity, and product looks exceptional. It's Cow on the back of
Delaney. Ty Delaney.
Seem to be around the same sort of pace this season. Tiger's still got as much as a couple of times faster than he was last season already. Keeping it nice and clean. Have a look at his entries and exits compared to the car in front of him. Quite a different line. Both got a lot of traction out of that corner.
Sitting here on Cow and watching Delaney and Burgess.
Yeah, I reckon if he could get a bit closer here in this last corner, he could be right on a position where he could say hello and pop into the left.
Only
take the inside line
again. He's not having a good run. I'm sure I just saw him come through the pits not long ago.
Eyes all over the back of Miles. I'd say that splitter has probably slowed him down a touch to try and give him some catch, but also Miles came out pretty aggressive for the first few laps, so he wouldn't have done his tyres any favour. I'd say the way Ty drives, he's got a smooth style, and his tyres would be feeling a bit fresher than what Miles has at the moment.
Oh my gosh, intervals.
Looks like Criss Cross have changed their logo.
They have, yeah, that does look good as we see Ty trying to make a move down the left-hand side.
He's creeping up. Let him go. Is he going to get the over and under? It's a good driving there, Ty. Oh, he's really putting the pressure on now. Let's watch Miles' tyres as he's coming through this bit and see how they're reacting. Oh my God! Cowan's just thought he saw a gap and just dived into it.
Did look like Ty Delaney had made a small mistake there. And Cowan wanted to commit on it.
He's done well to fight back. Cowan's too tight an angle here. He's not going to be able to make that corner clean. He's going to have to back it off. But he has it. He's done well. Well done, Cowan.
Still right on the inside of him.
Well done. Yeah, that was good driving by Ty there. Kept the momentum through that corner. Kept it nice and clean. Elbows out, but that's given Miles a bit of an opportunity to take off a little bit. That gave Miles 2.5 tenths.
Off and gone as soon as the battle happens behind you.
Just 1.5 seconds he's taken. He's opened up that gap. Before that, Tom was right on the back of him. Jamie's done exactly what he said he would do. He's opened up that 2-second lead to nearly 5 seconds on Whitey. And Miller and Delaney sitting there hoping for a safety car by the look of it. I reckon Delaney will be fuel saving like crazy. Cowan's having a break on the inside, shows his nose, and Ty's giving him an over and under. Who's going to come out of this corner sharper? Cowie, well done. Nice pass, nice move. But it's not over. Ty's, you know what? Ty's exit the corners is really good, man. See the speed he picked up on him?
Oh, yeah. Enough to
He's
catch
done well.
you.
He's got this corner back. Is he going to be able to hold it?
Dooley has just made a move around Glenn Boyce as well. Cowan is still battling away with Ty.
Nice work, these two boys. Oh, Cowan, a little bit of lock up. Or was that Troy? I mean, Ty.
Cowan, Troy and Glenn behind them are also battling for position. God, I hope you're not watching that in VR, mate, because that will give you a head spin.
No, I'm not. This is, I've got three screens going here at the moment, and this battle between Cowan and Ty is pretty damn good.
Miles Burgess is now in the pits. Zachary Vlasbaum in the pits. I actually did see, I think Vlasbaum has had an incident somewhere.
Cowie's just had a bit of a wiggle into that braking zone, and it's unfortunately Ty's ran straight into the back of him there, giving him a bit more of a love tap. Hopefully hasn't done any damage.
Vlasbaum
Zach's on his own.
Slide. Miller, teammate Delaney on the back of them. They may be teammates, but there is no holds bar when you are out on the track. This is Mustang versus Holden.
Dude, look at the gap Jamie's got. 5.1 seconds, dude.
Someone get him a Dare Ice Copy bloody...
He's probably got a second one sitting there. Knowing him, he's probably got a 6-pack Esky beside his feet with a couple of them in there already.
He told me he can get them by the carton, and I needed to know who his supplier is.
Is that a supplier or a peddler?
Yeah, it's one of the two, mate. He gets them by the carton. So the battle between Cowan and Delaney has dropped right off. Now Cowan has managed to secure that spot.
I think Delaney's probably realised that this fight is going to burn his tyres out.
Don't need to battle right now.
Hold position and let the tyres cool. Miles Burgess done a mic check.
Oh gosh, I haven't done one of those tonight. Mic check, 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 mic check.
Mike's left the building, mate.
Has he? Oh, I needed him.
So it doesn't even look like Delaney's trying to pass Miller.
Nah.
He's just sucking up the draft.
Yeah, draft, fuel saving. He's doing what he does best, mate. We've seen this man fuel save about 15 laps per race. So, Cowan is off. He's off. What's happened?
The pit entry.
We're gonna find out with SRW TV action replay. It is the pit entry.
Oh, he's locked up on the way in.
Oh no, I was like, Ty actually snuck around him through the pits. There was a bunch of guys get around him. Oh no, he's had to do a 4-point turn.
The boys, he's just nearly get his teammate as well. That's cost him a lot of time, I've forgotten what I was going to say. I was just about to tell you something really important. Pit strategies. The pits on Tuesday night were around the 20-minute mark. The lapse time now is 24, which is about right. The boys are sitting there. They're all going to start coming in. The fish will come in probably 2 laps later than everyone else. So lap 11 is roughly where the pit strategies were on Tuesday night. And we'll see how it goes for the boys at the front. So how many just pitted in that incident? About 4 or 5?
Oh, what a move by Burgess. Gets on the brakes late. Really sticks that into the corner. Gets a phenomenal exit on Mahoney there. What a drive. Burgess is on fire tonight. There was, about 5, mate. And Whiting's in. Funky's in. That will leave Mr. Fuel Saver himself, Blake Delaney, in provisional P1 at this moment.
Is he going to get 2 more laps out of it?
Oh, probably. Let's get on board and hear how aggressive he is for fuel saving. Not that it's aggressive for him, it's just everyday racing. Well, there's no clutch through there, so it doesn't sound like he's fuel saving yet.
Oh no, but he's coasting.
Yeah, but he's not extreme fuel saving. Oh, very short shift there. He definitely is fuel saving. There is multiple ways to save yourself a bit of fuel, and I'm pretty sure Blake Delaney invented most of them.
So clutch down is one way, short shifting is another way, and also coasting into your braking zone. So get a bit of pace up and just put off the throttle and roll into your braking zone as well as another way. And I guess the 4th way is to sit behind another car and just absorb as much of the drag as possible. Is he going to go for one more? That's a question.
Of course he is. I'd be surprised if he's not. Wish I had a little fuel gauge I could bring up, see the fuel gauge of the drivers. I can see all their inputs, like why can't we see their fuel? We do have a good idea of what the fuel burn is.
Yeah, that's what's a good thing about having the Tuesday night. We can sort of see where they're going to come in, what the strategies are going to look like. Well, he's come in, so he got 1 lap out of it. Let's see where he's going to come out compared to...
Dyke is 17 seconds behind him and closing now down to 11 seconds. No, it's still 17 seconds. What? Is my timing down?
Yeah, it's doing a bit crazy as well, because on mine here, I've got Jamie at 24 seconds behind him. Now it's changed to 17.5, but he's actually crossing the finish line. So let's see where he comes out. Is Blake still in there?
He's leaving now. Whiting is coming down the straight.
Yeah, where's he gonna? Is he actually?
He's gonna get out for Whiting for sure.
Is he gonna get out in front of Whiting, or Whiting's gonna have the momentum around his first quarter?
Whiting might have the momentum. Oh, Delaney's so smooth out of the pit lane there.
They'll be already in each other's ears by now.
They're definitely inside the same Discord as we have Troy Dooley on the back of Ty Delaney. Sitting in 4th place on the championship standings at the moment. Our young AM driver. Want to get out here and join us in the V8 Supercars Series. We do run a amateur series on a Tuesday night as well. Head to www.simracingworld.com.au or jump on over to our Discord. That link is in the description below.
Oh, Zach went a bit wide there. A little bit out of sync, and that cost him a bit of time by the look of it. This is going to be a good little battle coming up. Tell you what, where's Cowan gone? Cowan's dropped all the way to 12th. He really cost himself some positions, didn't he?
He did on that pit entry, he definitely did.
Yeah,
if he got through there smoothly, he was in first and he would have been out first.
Yeah, he was. He's gone from 8th place to 12th, so he lost 4 spots in that.
Dooley with the drag here. Is he going to try and make a move? He is definitely close enough. The nose goes out.
Looks like his tail end's a bit skew-if.
Oh yeah, it looks like he's had a bit of a touch. Zachary Blasbaum has used that to get up side by side with Delaney.
Oh, he's gonna...
Oh, Dooley's lost the rear end and that spun. Ty Delaney, oh, there's a bit more bumping there as well.
Zach's actually gone off track then. I'm not sure how that one's going to work. He'd probably get a slowdown. Or has he managed to work his way around the slowdown? That was a bit of hard rubbing.
Really unfortunate for Ty Delaney there. Troy
I'm not sure
Dooley's...
what happened there. Was he
Troy
caught off guard because he was
yeah.
looking at Dooley and then Blasbaum just came out of nowhere?
No, so Troy Dooley's rear end stepped out and it just so happened to step out into the racing line that Ty Delaney was taking as Glenn Boyce makes a move down the inside of Delaney now as well.
Yeah, Ty's just called that incident in.
That's a tricky one.
He's making his way back. Look at these S's, people. Look at the way these cars handle them. Cowan trying to get back onto the main part with the other guys. He's got a lot of work to do there. He's got, how many seconds is he behind? Cowan is on the top. There's it. He's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. He's lost about 18 to 15 seconds.
It'll be interesting to see then where these... So this is going to be a two-stopper.
Yeah. Next set of stops is going to be... so we stopped at 11:12. So...
22. Delaney gets that move done. Back nice around Boyce. Really nice and clean. Oh, didn't get the run out of the corner he wanted though.
No,
Boyce is going to come back at him.
He went out pretty wide too. Is he going to get a did he get a slowdown? I think he might have had a slowdown. Either way, he's done well to work it through. So that's was that Miller and Joe?
Yeah, Joe Mahoney on board now. Chris Miller behind him. And good to see Mahoney has managed to work his way back into 6th place. But biggest movers and shakers this evening, Miles Burgess now up 11 positions as Miller makes a look for the inside. will make that move look way too easy. I wonder if Mahoney just subsided to him and let him go through.
Either that, or it's just that the Ford's faster than the Holden?
Yeah, it's the Ford is faster than the Holden. I hands down agree, mate.
These boys are, you know what, what have we got left? Christ, we've got...
Halfway through now.
Yeah, we're just over halfway through, and tell you what, there's been action left on a setup. Have a look at Dyke, man. 13 seconds on. He's out of there, mate. He's out of there.
Let's put it this way. Last laps, he's a second faster than the rest of the field, apart from Whiting. Everybody else, second faster a lap.
He's taking it now. Don't go do something silly because you know you're on camera, mate.
Mate, do something silly because you're on camera.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to give him the commentator's curse. He's wearing the number 1, and he's not letting it jinx him.
I think skill like Jamie Dykes, mate, especially on his number 2 favourite track, I feel like it's going to take some just odd curse of God to really throw him off tonight.
Blow an engine like Whiting did a few seasons ago.
That was out of the pits too.
Yeah.
Or into the pits. That made it even funnier. I shouldn't laugh, but it was funny.
At the time, yeah. And then, here we go.
Good thing was Whiting was able to laugh about it with us in the comm box afterwards as well, because we dragged him as well to find out what happened.
Are we going to see a repeat of last week here? Where these two battled it out. It was reversed before last week. Last week it was Whiting in front and Delaney behind. And then they crossed the finish line with their tongues sticking out and trying to beat each other across the line with, what was it, 1/100th?
Yeah, it was 1/100th on a second last week. Extremely close.
Yeah. Harry Dodds, what happened to Coleman? First incident at the beginning of the race, and had another incident about 7 laps in. I'd probably suggest that he had too much damage.
We haven't heard anything to confirm yet, but that is what we believe has happened. Hope you are all enjoying the broadcast tonight. If you are, don't forget to hit that like button to let us know. It's free and it helps support this channel a ton.
And also, you know, don't just support us, but also support the people that support us. These guys in the right-hand corner, or the bottom corner of the screen, Simrings, Racecrafts, Grim, Warren and Brown, Empton Sweets, Toyo Sim. These are all people that support Sim Racing World, and this is what gives us the opportunity to show you this, because it costs money, and money that we don't have. And it brings it out so you guys can enjoy watching your family and friends on track. Troy is not giving up on Zach, is he? He's going to keep the pressure on. They've both had a topsy-turvy race tonight, a few incidents and stuff like that, but it hasn't deterred them at all.
No, not at all. Delaney, Whiting, nearly side by side down the straight, coming up into turn 1.
Well done. He's taken him. Oh no, he still hasn't completed the pass yet. It's still open to... Oh, look at the power then. The bloke got out of that corner, mate. So the Ford and the Holden, from what I've been told, the setups, they can use the same setup, pretty much the same thing. So they... Oh, he's got a bit wide. They use precision for some of their setups, so it'd be interesting to see. Oh, he's taken it back. So it'd be interesting to see how much different tweaks they do based on their personal preference from what they did originally. That would be a real good thing to talk about. We could do Larco's TV screen and show them this and that and show you all that, but that'd be privileged information.
Coleman's dropped in. But 50 seconds from the lead after being incident after first request to tow. And he said there was no chance of catching back up, so he has parked it.
Coleman, you did say that you were better off parking it tonight too, mate. So maybe you cursed yourself.
Yeah, it wasn't us this time, mate.
No, it wasn't me.
Andrew Cowan here, Performance Sim Racing, starting to catch the back of Glenn Boyce. Bit of an up and down evening for Mr. Cowan.
He's got a bit of pace, Cowie, but he's found himself in incidents in the last few weeks, hasn't he?
Started off the season a cracker, though.
Yeah.
An absolute banger of a start. And I think that's what it was. He got all the good races out of the way. That's what we say during practice.
They do have a drop round option, so...
We always say, don't get your good shots out in practice. This is when we're practicing for soccer or futsal. We never get our good shots out before a game. We always try and miss the net as many times as possible whilst warming up for a game. So you never want to get them out before you get on track.
Yeah, I don't know how that mindset works. Oh, Cowie's setup's a little bit waggly in the tail, mate.
It does look a bit swirly.
Yeah,
even off the power as well.
Yeah, look at that. He's going to cook his tyres again. He's trying real hard. Is he overdriving? Well, his boss isn't working tonight. His boss isn't working tonight. Surely he can tell us what he thinks of Cowie's performance so far. Is he overdriving his car boss or what?
I know he did this last week. He had a really good run at the beginning, and then was involved with an incident with a self-spin, I believe, and then needed to overdrive to try and catch back up to the pace. But doing that, of course, wears your tyres a lot faster, and then a lot more silly mistakes came out during the night, which was not so great.
Can you see the track temp at the moment, mate? Because the track, they're up to lap 18. Tyres are
39 degrees.
Yes, exactly. Tyres are getting squirrely. The heat's getting in as well, because this is the back end of the tyre life as well.
Mate, we are literally midday, middle of summer, Queensland temperatures right now out there on that track.
Yeah. And Dykey is still leaving these boys for gold. He's going to pit again. He's going to come out in front of them without a problem at all. He's 20 seconds, 21 seconds ahead as he crosses that. He'll be looking after his tyres like crazy. Have a look how smooth that was. That makes me sick how smooth it was. I'm going to have to ask him to give me his setup of how he likes for this race, just to see what the difference is.
Setups don't make a difference. I'm telling you. You just whack baseline on and you just go for it.
Yeah. I wish it was that simple, but no, it's not.
It's that simple. I'm telling you. I've been doing it for like 2 years now. Don't need setups to get out there and be fast.
You don't need setup to be out there and be fast, but you need, if everyone else is on the same setup, but I'll tell you what, when it's in a competition like this, your setup can make a difference as well.
Oh no, it definitely does. But I'm still going to tell everybody that you don't need a setup, just run the baseline.
Yeah, dude.
That's all you need. Use the baseline. It's easy.
Have you got a question here? You see merch in the folder. Yes, we have some merch coming soon. Once the budget allows it. We've got a couple of designs we've worked on, and some just really simple basic stuff that we did for Moto X and for F1. And there's some old school sort of things. Oh, Cowie. Oh, that was a bit of a shallow attempt. So we've still got Miles Burgess as the biggest mover.
Up 11 spots, man.
Yeah,
This guy has driven the pants off for Crisscross Racing tonight. What a phenomenal drive. The biggest shaker,
really,
though,
really well.
which is interesting. Even though Coleman is out of the race, Daniel Clutterbuck down 11 spots from where he originally started. So he will be our biggest shaker at this present
Second load of
time.
pits to come, mate. Second load of pits to come. What's that,
Wait.
lap 21?
Is that... That's Whiting's car, isn't it? Whiting's car is on fire in the pits. Don't tell me Whiting's blown his pits. Blown his engine in the pits. His car is on fire.
He's going to need a tow to his pit.
His wheelbase has died. I don't see
His
any.
what?
His wheelbase has died. We've had a malfunction with the equipment.
So what, has he rolled into this?
I can't see any incident with Whiting to pick to go back to.
What's the pit entrance? So at this point, if his wheelbase died and it went straight into the fence, all right. So looks like he's got it going.
When did this happen?
I didn't see it on iRacing, but his car's still smoking like crazy.
It's like it's
Okay,
on
so he's
fire.
driving to his pit spot now. So he must have tried to reboot his wheelbase just to get back into the pit position. That's cost him a shitload of time. Whoa. So can you find it?
I can't find anywhere that he has had an incident. The only thing I can see is him entering pit lane.
Is he hit the wall here?
No.
That's weird. We'll have to find out later on directly from the
From the man himself. I'd really like to pinpoint where this happened.
Yeah. Dyke's in for his pit. This thing is glitching. STK, sorry, iRacing is glitching like crazy at the moment.
I found it. We found it.
Oh, on his way into the pit.
Yeah, so he's clipped the left-hand side. It doesn't come up as an incident for me, though, which is a little annoying.
So, see how his wheel went hard left? See his steering wheel? When the steering wheel goes hard left like that, that's what's wheel malfunction. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's managed to.
Because when the wheel goes down, it automatically goes a hard lock left.
Unlucky.
Yeah. Well, so after all that, did Dikey just pit? Did I just miss that?
Let me have a look in my events. He sure did. And he is still 20 seconds.
Yeah.
20 seconds clear of the lead. What is this man? He is not wrong about loving this track.
I don't know what Blake's just called out. It either said Debris or something. I don't know what it was, but I'd say to be taking the piss out of someone. Debris. It sounded like he said Debris. He might be talking multi-21 strategies here. All right, so wow, what a bit of action. So that brings up Delaney at 23 seconds behind. Chris Miller. Even though I see Sam Noble behind him. My sister's telling me Miller. Yeah.
Noble in third place, up 4 positions for the 9.5 sim driver this evening. Great drive, super consistent. Locked himself in for that top 3 finish at this moment. Just under 15 minutes to go.
I think during that time of Mike's problem, I don't think it was just his wheelbase as well. I think it was iRacing at the same time because Glenn Boyce had an issue as well, same time, and he dropped out completely.
Yeah, well, when we jumped on board for that replay, we didn't get to see the whole thing because it looked like iRacing did have a bit of an issue. So,
all right, now the system's finally caught up. Now it's showing me on my screen that Sam Noble is in third place, and there's a decent gap there to Miller. So Miller is falling off the pace a little bit.
Burgess is up in the fourth and up 12 positions. At the moment, I am saying Miles Burgess will be our driver of the day. To all our viewers out there.
Mr. Dyke is having a practice session. Sometimes you just got to sit back and watch these guys go. Mr. Burgess is on a killer lap. It looks like Funky is put a target on his back, and Funky's going to try to catch him. There's only 4 tenths between them. So with 10 minutes to go, there's a good chance they might have a battle at the very end. I think Blake's just in cruise control at this point, and Dyke is probably getting his feet massaged and neck massaged while he's finishing off this race.
It's just got it in cruise control now, mate.
Yeah. I wonder if he's even using 2 hands.
Yeah. Woody probably doesn't need it. It's just relaxing now.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Still sitting in 6th place. This is where he qualified in the top 10 shootout. Had an unlucky run in the pits twice within the first 10 laps, and has managed to fight his way back up into 6th position.
Yeah, he's got a bit of work to do still, because Vlasbom's not going to let this go. At the moment, you've got
minutes to go.
You've got Vlasbom and Mahoney fighting for the podium position of the amateurs. So this isn't over for these 2 guys. They're going to fight it out all the way. So Mahoney's done well to get himself back in that position. So it looks like the amateurs is going to be, that's unless Ty can catch Dooley. It looks like Mahoney, Vlasbom, Dooley. Dyke's got it out to 30 seconds now. Oh my God.
This man, seriously.
I'm going to have to find a driver at the same level as him.
We missed something. Sam Noble has managed to get around Blake Delaney, but is this a play in Blake Delaney's books where he is just going to sit in behind Noble and conserve?
Well, he let that go pretty easy, didn't he?
He did. That was down the straight. He could have actually fought that off.
I wonder what that call was that he did earlier.
Yeah, no, I think that's, he has let him go. I feel like this is going to be a Delaney fuel-saving extravaganza. Oh, Noble gets a little squirrely. Could be extremely close as we come down to the final minutes of this race.
We've got 7.5 minutes to go.
Delaney is saving. He is saving.
Do you reckon he was close to running out?
I can hear him in his car.
He's using Noble at the end of the finish line.
Yeah, yep. Or he thinks that everybody else... Oh, there he is.
Look at
Heavy on the clutch. Heavy on the clutch.
He coasted for a long way back there.
Delaney might think that these guys may not actually have enough to get through themselves. Yep, big clutch.
Look at that, he's coasting like crazy there. That's a lot of fuel saving going on.
Told you, this man can save 10 laps a race. I'm telling you, in 60 minutes, he'll save 10 laps if he needs to.
The most impressive thing isn't the amount he's saving. The most impressive thing is the amount of pace he maintains while doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like, look, he's let him get away there, and sort of like, and look, he's caught him, and he lets the car run as long as he can to keep momentum. What's he got? He's got 6 minutes to go. Dykes in 32 seconds lead. Vlasbom, Mahoney are a second apart. Ty is 10 seconds behind. Dooley and Ty are in a battle of their own. Not really in a battle, they're just in their own time zones at the moment. Yeah, he just needs to finish to get himself into third place. We could finish. You got 25 laps past. These boys are going to keep going. Vlasbom and Mahoney just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. After all the problems Mahoney had and Vlasbom had, it's good to see them still fight their way back to it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. They've had a bit of a rough start. Back up there in the top 10.
Delaney's just sitting on 5/10 behind Noble still. Amazing the exit lines that people take out of that first corner. It's going to be very, very different ways. Delaney is just sitting in that 5/10 bracket, mate. And there's nothing else to it. He's just saving his fuel the way to go. It's 3.5 minutes left, so about 2 more laps. Ty's still fanging it. He's like, I'm going to keep going like crazy for this, and just in case something happens to Dooley's car.
They might sneak in. Has happened before.
Yep. Yeah, Dykes' fastest lap was lap 21 at 2:10. The rest of his laps are around 2:13, 2:12, 2:13s, 2:12. He's just been hovering around that sort of. Oh, sorry, that's Ty Delaney. I'm looking at. So he's actually, yeah, cruise control. Where's Mr. Dykes' times? It won't show me. It won't show me. Oh no, it won't show me. Because SDK is currently focused on Ty. Anyway. Yeah, Dykey's had two races in a row like that where he's gone all the way on his own. His fastest is a 2:08.624 during the race. His average pace is sitting around the low 210s, the high 209s. So that's around where he's sort of been heading all night. And this should be pretty much, where is he? He's coming across the back straight. He hasn't had the white flag yet. I reckon the next one will be the white flag.
Have to be close.
Yeah, the next one will be the white flag when you got a minute. Nice and cruisy. Oh, Barney out there. He didn't wave the flag.
Nah, Barney's getting a bit slack at his old age, I think.
Yeah, he didn't wave the flag. I think race control should tell us in the IRacing chat white flag when it comes out. That'd be probably the easiest way, because Barney gets a bit lazy when it's actually in IRacing for SDK. There he is. Cruise control.
Miller's actually caught the back of Berger's.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can hear it.
he's in the
Screaming.
pits
Oh.
again. Mahoney's into the pits again. Oh, funky right on the back of Berger's. Berger's is not going to let this P4 get away from him. Not at all.
We missed Delaney passing Noble as well. Miller is hunting. Miller is starting to drive like a fish. He's hunting. We're over time, so it should be Dykey crossing over.
I don't see anything for Delaney overtaking.
Does the white flag come out?
I've seen it.
It's frustrating, though. We're sitting here commentating people.
That's all right.
We will tell you final lap when it's final lap. Cheers, viewers, because at the moment SDK is giving us nothing.
That's Barb.
That
that's
makes you feel-
Greggy Barbo, race steward tonight. So there it is, final lap. It has now been confirmed by race control on our screen. This will be the final lap of our Simrings.com V8 Supercars here for round 6 at COTA. Thanks to Dragon RC. Funky really closed that gap down on the back of Burgess. Burgess is not going to want to let this P4 get away from him after a phenomenal drive up 12 positions. He is my driver of the night. I don't know about you viewers out there. Let us know who you think deserves it.
Where's Dyke on track, mate?
He is somewhere in all those numbers. He's coming down the straight now. He's about halfway down the straight as Miller shows the nose around the outside. Burgess does a great job to block that assault. Oh, Miller again showing the nose. Burgess doing a great job of blocking his run. Miller is not going to have many more corners to get this move done. Oh, actually, yes, he is. He's going to have quite a few corners. Jamie Dyke is so far in front. It is ridiculous.
Well, he's got himself 37 seconds. There he is coming around the final corner. So your Sim Rigs V8 Supercar Pro Series.
Oh, what a slide as he comes across the road.
With a classy drift as he comes through. And then followed by teammates
Blake Delaney.
Followed very closely by Sam Noble. Question is Delaney going to make it home with the fuel? I'd say he is. But Noble's not giving up the fight as he comes through the final parts of the track. Here we go for the
Delaney's
Noble sticks his nose in a little bit, but not quite far enough in there to make anyone sweat at all. So in second place, we got Blake Delaney. Third place, Sam Noble. And the fight was probably continuing in there for Burgess and Miller for the fourth place finish. And here they come. Burgess has managed to hold off Funky Miller all the way through to the checkered flag. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm there. I nearly had you. A couple more laps, I would have had you. Well done, lads. Hang on. No, Burgess made it. Good. I thought Burgess might have missed it then. But he backed off because the control line is the first one. What a race, man, oh man.
This is the move that Delaney put on Noble to secure the P3 tonight.
Nice, down the back end, over under. Yeah, his tyres, see Delaney's tyres were just ready for it. Burgess was sliding everywhere for that. Not Burgess, sorry, Noble was sliding everywhere through that. Oh, and that was, who was that in the background? Funky? No, Clutterbuck. Spinning. Poor bugger. Well done to the lads. So first position, Jamie Dyke. Second, Blake Delaney. Third, Sam Noble. And a fantastic drive by Miles Burgess coming from 16th place on the grid to 4th. And Funky Miller, again, solid performance in 5th. Started in 5th. He does not disappoint, does he?
No, definitely not, mate. It's better and better every season, every round, I should say. Jamie Dyke does those celebratory, awesome burnouts. Just knows how to handle this car way too well.
He does what he wants with it.
Big flash of the lights. That is a shout out to everybody who has come along to the broadcast tonight to not support just us, but our sponsors as well as all the drivers out on track tonight as Blake Delaney shoots off into the grass. Definitely doesn't have the car control like Jamie Dyke does.
The track was his favourite. He's taking a shortcut. Oh, he's going to run out of fuel trying to get back to the start-finish line.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Maybe.
That's clever.
Maybe.
Good on him. If that is the case, that is super clever. Try and take some shortcuts. Get his car back to the start-finish line.
I must admit, when I've got my car pretty much stuffed after one of my beautiful spins, I do take as much shortcuts as possible.
You got to. You got it, right?
Here we go. Sam Noble's made himself a position on the top 3. And he's doing his little burnout in his racecraft livery.
Maybe we should let him have his burnout then instead of putting the results up. Nice, Joey.
Nice to hear the boys all, giving each other a pat on the back. It was fun fighting and fun racing. Good hard tussle. It's good to see. Now the question is, does Blake have enough fuel to do a burnout?
Oh, maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have on screen our our top 3. Jamie Dyke by 40 seconds. Blake Delaney and then Sam Noble, your top 3, 1, 2, 3. In the amateurs, the boys have come out and put on a great show. Zachary Vlasbom in first place, Troy Dooley in the second place, and Ty Delaney in third, because Joe Mahoney had to go to the pits for some reason. I don't know why. So great racing from the boys tonight. Troy did an epic job getting back after all that. Oh, these guys are doing some throw-ins. You just got to watch them sometimes, don't you? What are we going to do, mate? We're going to do all 6, or we're just going to do the winner of the amateurs and the rest of them? I can't remember what we do anymore.
I think it was the winner of the AMs and then top 3.
Yeah, cool. I'm fine with that. And that was young Ty doing a burnout as well, because he's got himself on the podium. He must be pretty stoked.
How could you not be, mate? How could you not be?
Well, I hope you enjoyed the race as much as we did. That went a lot quicker than it felt like an hour. It didn't feel like an hour at all. And COTA did not disappoint, as usual. And the drivers out there, amazing job to all of them, from the top of the grid to the back of the grid. Everyone put up an amazing show. So thank you to providing some entertainment for me and Nathan, ShiBBy Howard, to enjoy the night again as usual. Can we drag in someone?
Yeah, P1 of the AMs.
Bit of a who's hanging around?
Who was P1 of AMs? Was that Zach?
Mr. Zachary Vase. Well, Troy Dooley's there and Ty Delaney's there.
Not going to make it, Captain, unless you make the interviews really fast.
Well, they're all in there, mate. Do you want to grab all 3?
Yeah, just grab all of them.
Glad to be of help.
You and your Siri.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, glad to be of help.
Especially when she does nothing. Ty Delaney, how are you, buddy? Zach, and who's the other one? Troy.
How are we?
How are you, Ams? I'll tell you what, you boys had a tough race out there, and you still managed to finish and put yourselves on some podiums. Well done, all 3 of you.
Cheers.
I'll start with Ty, because you snuck into that last position, mate, with Joe pitting. I'm not sure why he pitted in the end, but you got to be there at the end of the day to be able to get the podium, so well done, mate.
Thanks. It was a very tough race throughout the entire race. My tyres were on fire, so I knew I had to keep them good through the second stint.
Yeah, well, the heat went up through the roof, I think, from what Nathan was saying. I think it went at 33 degrees plus.
37, 39 by the end of the race.
39 at the end. So, yeah, it would have been hard. For me, that would have been, I would have been in the walls and having a beer in the pits, but you guys did really well. Ty, you had a few tussles there with Cowie early on, and the boys ahead of you as well. So it's good to see all you guys keeping your elbows out and keeping it clean still. It's really good to watch.
Yeah, definitely. This is the best type of racing you can get. It's really fun taking doors to someone else when you're racing. Yeah.
No, that sounds really good. Well, we're going to rush all 3 of you through. Ty, do you want to thank family, sponsors, and everyone like that?
Yeah. I'd like to thank West End Motor Group, Parramatta DC Shades, Precision Sim Trading, Parramatta Isuzu Ute, Relax, Infinity Designs, and Battery Warehouse, but also most of all, Fishing Motorsports. Well done, dude. Well done. Have a good night and good luck for the rest of the season, mate. Congratulations on another podium. Who we got next in there? We've got Troy Dooley, mate. I thought you were finished at the beginning of the race and you managed to fight your way back to a podium.
Yeah, I stuffed up the first lap royally. Climbed my way back. Yeah, it was a good race. It was really good to see everyone. See Ty doing so well. And Zach, congratulations.
Well, it was the boys. Everyone had their little fights and little battles all the way through. Cowie decided to give it all away to you guys by missing the pit entrance, and I think that cost him like 5 or 6 places. But he tried to fight his way back. But I think by that stage it was the track temp and everything like that was just making it way too hard. How did you guys find the track temp at the end of the race?
Yeah, it was definitely getting hotter and hotter. The tyres were definitely an issue for I think everyone. Mine weren't too bad. And about the last lap, they were a little bit average, but it's the same for everyone. Everyone's got to deal with the same thing. But
it just makes it that little bit more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, mate, who do you have to thank? Family, friends, sponsors?
Yeah, just like to thank solar panels down in Sydney, and probably just a big shout out to everyone who does everything behind the scenes at SRW. It's a great league. Anyone who's thinking of doing it, just jump in and do it. Boys and girls, love to see some new faces in here.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more females come on track. We've got a lot of people that look like they're going to come across and race for the next season, which is really good. A few people that were away for work and stuff like that are coming back as well. So the numbers will skyrocket, especially with the calendar we've just released, which we will release publicly in the coming days. But mate, you're a legend. Thank you for coming out and having a ball and putting on a show for us. We'll catch up with you and good luck for the rest of the season.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Mr. Vlasbom.
How are we? That was
I thought you were toast.
I thought I was toast too, but yeah. So I had the contact with Joe, which I mean I've just looked back at it. Then yeah, that is it's unfortunate. I mean, there's nowhere he could have gone, nowhere I could have gone. So yeah, racing incident's pretty fair on that one. So
yeah.
But yeah, I was pretty down in the dumps because the setup we had so much trouble with it, just going through the practice quali and also come the race.
Do you think it was the heat evolution that was the issue with your setup?
That definitely had a part to play, but I think a lot of it I was just driving pretty flustered. Because after the first initial contact, the tyres were pretty rough. But
well, you
then
didn't really get much time to yourself, did you? You were always in the wars and the battles all the way through the race.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few quiet periods, but yeah, I was always chasing someone, it felt. So yeah, I didn't have much time to think about conserving at all. So I just figured we'll try go flat chat, and I mean, yeah, we managed to pull off something alright in the end, which is nice.
Yep. Well, it looks like you had a lot of fun out there, mate. It was a lot of fun watching yous, and the battles were epic as usual, mate. Who have you got to thank out there for support and family?
Yeah, alright. So in no particular order, we'll go IMB Racewear. They're currently in the mix of making some new teamwear. Preach Designs, who's MG Preacher, he's managed to put out some banging liveries, especially the one that I'm running tonight, so shout out to him. All the guys down at Alpha Venturi Racing, keeping me motivated, keeping me with the drive to keep on participating in leagues such as SRW. Toyo Sim, use code AVR5OFF for your next Toyo Sim order. And we'll go with the Alpha Venturi Twitter, _, which you can keep updated with what the team's doing. Greenie tonight, Mr. Ryan Green, was a big help in today's AM win because we were going back and forth trying to change stuff from start to finish, so shout out to him for helping me out. And if you want to see the action live from my perspective, twitch.tv/CaptainOGold to sit in my cockpit with me.
Well done, mate. Hey, look, I've got to give you one tip. That logo you've got to do something about it. Get Preacher to work on it, because every time Channel 31 sees it, they block it out. They must think it's Gold FM.
Oh, actually, do they actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay. Let's see what I can do, mate.
Yeah, that's it, man. Well, good luck, mate. For the rest, good luck for the rest of the season, and thanks for coming on board and having a cracking race, mate.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Nath,
Yeah.
you ready for the big three?
Yeah, bring him in.
Bring them in. I'll put these ones back.
You know I'm working my thing behind the scenes.
Yeah, I know, man. I know you're a busy man. I'd like to keep you.
I was also over on Zachary's stream. That's why he had that random outburst of laughter during his interview.
Oh, really?
I went over to his stream and said something stupid in his chat, and he just burst out laughing mid-interview. Oh, it was so good. I'm a big supporter of everybody's streams. If I get the chance to drop into your stream, just send me the link. I will do my best to get over there and help support all the guys out here in our league that have streams themselves. So
Yes, sweat.
Bring the big lads in.
Yeah, the big lads are in. I haven't seen these guys in real world apart from Dikey, so I don't know how big the rest of them are. But I'll tell you what, all three of you, congratulations. Epic battles for you, Blake and Sam. Dikey didn't really have any battles, so I've got nothing to congratulate you about with battles because concerned. But we'll start with Sam. You come out of nowhere, mate, and found yourself in a podium position. I thought you were going to finish around the 5th, 6th position at one point.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't expecting a podium tonight. It definitely didn't have much speed, but I think a couple of guys in front of me had some issues. So, yeah, I did the old Bradbury.
Yeah, well, you know what? You got to be there, and you got to put yourself in a prime position to take advantage of these situations. And that's what racing is about. Every week, every minute, it's like any second something can happen. Look at Whiting, poor bastard. He said the track. He said on stream shit track, and I said to him, if you need new gear, Michael, simrigs.com, and here's the code. So I
heard he had a failure on his steering wheel because that happened. Just
it looked like it on screen because his wheel on screen just went hard left straight away, and when it does that, it's usually a hardware failure. But yeah, anyway, you got a feel for him. Look, mate, I'll who do you want to thank and followers and stuff like that in your community?
I'd just like to thank 95 Sim Sports, our sponsors, Racecraft, Turn In Apparel, SW Graphics, Racing Ears, Custom Protection, Cutting Edge Tracks, and RB Media. And thank you guys. Put on a good show.
No sweat, man. That's what we're here for. Make sure everyone can see how good you guys are and how much fun you guys are having out there.
And just congrats to Blake and Jamie as well.
Yeah, they're used to it now. Blake, how'd you go, mate?
Well done, Sammy. Yeah, mate. I got a few statements from the team. If you would like me to read them out, if that's okay.
A few statements from the team?
Statement direct from Michael Whiting.
Yes.
This is a long one, so just bear with me. It's hard done by. And I've got a statement from David Coleman. He also feels hard done by. And I'm questioning the diversity and inclusiveness of the race tonight because Jamie should be starting from the back. And I also feel hard done by tonight. And if you're not sure why we're saying we feel hard done by, there was a race a while ago where Jamie felt a little bit hard done by, and seeing as though he's too fast tonight, we feel very hard done by.
It just sounds like you're salty more than anything.
I thought there was something going on in the background. Blake, what did you yell out on comms? What was it?
Oh, Debris. We need a safety car.
Oh, is that safety car, is it?
Well, I mean, didn't Fabian Coulthard get that at Bathurst when he was told to slow down and hold the field up? So
Yeah. I was wondering what that was because I couldn't quite hear quite well. I thought, what did he say? I was just picking my brain. But anyway, look, it was you were Whiting. I thought you guys were going to have the reverse of last week.
Yeah, we were having an awesome battle until Michael made a mistake and hit the wall. His hardware didn't fail. That's a lie. let's face it, he made a huge mistake, and as Michael does, he normally hits Jamie at this track. So we
did he run out of talent? Did he run out of talent? Was that what it was?
Very much so. Yeah. Ran out of talent tonight, and it's pretty much how it ended up.
I know how
he was trying to go into
mate.
pit lane, and he just hit the wall.
Yeah, I know how that feels, mate. Because the problem with me is that I started with no talent and ended up with less talent.
Well, I started fuel saving from the start. It's fair to say that I saw Adam Hughes was in the race control booth, and power seems to go quickly to his head. So I thought as soon as someone had hit the wall or gone off track, there might be a safety car straight away. So the best thing to do would be to fuel save. But for some reason, the power didn't go to his head tonight, and he didn't end up pressing the safety car button.
Yeah, I saw when Joe Mahoney went off and binned it, for sure, both me and ShiBBy thought there was going to be a safety car. We were waiting, but there wasn't. So, yeah, I was quite surprised, but it's their discretion, I guess. It probably would have made it a little bit more interesting and at least it would have given Dikey a car to look at because he's probably looking at nothing for most of the race.
Yeah, pretty much. It was good fun, though. Can't wait to get back to a track that's not Jamie Dykes. He hasn't done 17 million laps at.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm not sure if there's going to be very many tracks apart from maybe like the new ones that just came out, Jers or something like that. So we might have to throw something like that in there. Or maybe you guys can send me a DM and tell me what he's really shit at.
Oh, well, look, Winton. Bring on Winton. Jamie doesn't like Winton. He claims that because we've been there in real life, we got an advantage.
Mate, I love Winton.
All right, Jamie, you can finally talk, mate. Congratulations for the win. You made it look too easy at the end of the day, mate. We tried to give you as much stream time as possible, but it was every time we put you on screen, we could hear someone whistling going, and we thought you were just having a picnic.
It felt a bit like that. I love this track. So once, as I said at the end of quali, once I pulled that gap, I kind of just, I love you, Bubba.
Oh yeah, we love you too, mate.
Yeah, I kind of just drove safe and stick to my strengths.
Yeah. Well, it looked like you didn't really have that much pressure. And once you got it up to 20 seconds, it was I think it was all over Red Rover, and that was before the first pit, I think.
Nah, it wasn't before the first pit, but
wasn't it?
Nah,
Lap one.
Lap one.
Yeah, I really gel with this track.
Well, it looked good. You looked comfortable. The car looked really settled. Looked really smooth. Have you guys ever compared your setups? I know you guys get setups like Pro Sim or whatever they call it, professional. What are they called, Blake?
Oh, from VRS or whatever.
Yeah, you've got your professional sim training, whatever they call. They give you sim setups as well for your cars. Have you guys ever compared? You've got a raw setup that you're given, and then what difference your setups look like once you guys are sort of adjusted to your preference of the way the cars handle and sit on track?
Well, I'm probably not the best person to ask. Jamie's a lot better with the setups. I literally just get in the precision sim training Fishy Motorsports car 08 and drive it.
So you're like a bit of a prima donna then, mate.
Very much so.
Well, yeah, you're probably like me. You got a lot more knowledge about these cars than I do, but yeah, I wouldn't know what I was touching. As soon as I start touching the setups, I stuff it up even further. But it was just something I was on during the race. I was thinking it'd be interesting to see what the difference you guys adjust, like the guys that do adjust, obviously, how much difference they are for personal preference and setup. Yeah.
The boys at the front that pay a lot of money in the big leagues certainly know what they're doing. I mean, we have obviously Josh Thomas from Precision Sim Training on the car, who makes the setup and then just drops it into Discord. He does a really good job with coaching and what have you. But the guys that spend every single night tinkering with the setups in Motec and whatever are the guys that literally sit at the front end of Scops and Logitech and some of the bigger series.
Yeah, they got pretty much engineering knowledge behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got like credit to him. I mean, I don't like publicly giving credit to Jamie Dyke, but here it is. He's the one and only. It'll be an enigma for a while, let me tell you. But Jamie doesn't spend hours and hours like some of these other guys, or days and days. Definitely spends hours going through race runs and setups and all that sort of stuff before Logitech, but it always ends up in, the top 20, top 15, and he's there or thereabouts. So, given some of the big cash big boys, he'd be right up there.
Yeah, need to find him an engineer or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Fishy Motorsports is really starting to compete in that area, and you can see by Angus, Whiting, Dykey, boys are starting to get right to the front.
A decent rig would also help.
Decent rig, mate. Well, you're subscribed. We're at 713. You don't know, mate. You could be one of the ones that get the lucky draw. But yeah, decent rig. Sim rigs got some. What did you think of the sim rigs rig that we had at the show?
Yeah, it was good. I quite liked it. There's
really comfortable, eh?
Yeah, a little customizing I'd probably do to it, but other than that, it was really good.
Oh, mate, you were sitting in a rig that I set up and put together, which wasn't really set up to your requirements, really, and your layback. I mean, you had nowhere to put your Dare Ice coffee to start with, so that's definitely a modification that needs to be done.
Any rig that lets him sit up on the steering wheel like a bus driver will be the rig.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, Jamie, anything else you want to chat about? Anyone think you want to tell us about? I know you've been flat out and busy and haven't been on the rig all week, but to come out and rip it out like that was pretty spectacular. Nathan, where are we next week?
It's a good question. Watkins.
Oh, another strong track.
I'll have a listen to that. I hope Coleman and Whiting are listening. They'll love that. Jamie's called it out. We're going to do shitloads of practice this week.
We'll see how the battle goes next week. I'm really eager to see how that goes out. I don't mind that track myself. I'll give you guys some tips after I've hit all the walls and barriers and gone over all the grass in the amateurs on Tuesday night if you want.
The whole team is pretty strong at Watkins, so it's probably going to be really competitive.
It's going to be interesting. A few boys back next week as well because we had a few boys away for work too. So a bit more competition on track will be good for you. Look, Dykey, do you want to say g'day and thank you to all your teammates and sponsors?
Sure. I'd obviously like to thank our sponsors, Infinity Designs, Precision Sim Training, DC Shades, Relax Marine and Game Fishing, Adrenaline Images, West End Motor Group, Battery Warehouse, Early Beach, and I'll give a massive shout out to the team for feeling hard done by, and the news reporter tonight, Mr. Coleman in the pond.
Coleman's already on here slagging you guys off straight away.
Oh, he's been doing the news report. It's freaking great.
He's got eagerly anticipating the next round at Watkins Glen, preparing for the race with his Mustang and ensuring the extra Dare ice cream is ready, available despite the current shortage.
Coleman, you can just imagine it too. Coleman will be sitting in his seat right now, snickering and bouncing up and down with how much he's laughing. He'll be wetting himself in his chair.
He's one of those bouncers, is he?
Oh, mate. Like you wouldn't believe. Coleman is very, very good. He gets 3/4 of the way through a joke and he's pissing himself laughing. We never, ever hear the punchline.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. All right, guys. I've got to get you guys out of here. Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming and joining us tonight and coming in the booth and brighten up the rest of the night. And congratulations, and can't wait to see you guys battle it out at Watkins Glen.
Thanks, boys.
Cheers, boys. Have a good night.
All right, take care. Have a good one. Good luck next week.
Catch up.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the sim racing fans out there, that is your final race results tonight for your simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm Series here at round 6 at Circuit of the Americas. Thanks to Dragon RC. Jamie Dyke did take overall and pro position for P1. Blake Delaney, Sam Noble will round out your podium for the Pro Series. Zachary Vlasbom came in P1 for your Amateur Series, with Troy Dooley and Ty Delaney also sitting on the podium for them. What a cracking race tonight it was. Thanks to simrigs.com for our V8 Supercars Series. Thank you to Dragon RC for our round sponsor. Thank you to Racecraft for our qualifying session and top 10 shootout. Huge shout outs go out to Warren and Brown Tools, Grim Industries, the home of the V8 Supercar, the V8 coffee table, Toyo Sim, Tempting Sweets, and of course a good friend of mine, Rocket Unlimited, for all the music you hear on stream. Massive shout out to all of you guys for joining us tonight. Don't forget, we will be back here, same channel, same time next week as we head to round 7 for Watkins Glens. But that is the end of our round 6 week. Round 7 kicks off Tuesday with the simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm Series, 7:30 Tuesday night, Australian Eastern Standard Times. I have been Nathan ShiBBy Howard. Right next to me has been Steven Sinkovic. And we're going to end this broadcast by saying stay safe and race hard.
Much love, viewers, and thank you for participating and coming out and speaking to us and seeing us.